according to the Holy Bible. And that who you inwardly call Jesus Christ is going to come back and rescue us from the destruction that's going to happen in this country. All right? We want to give all praise and glory unto
Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Makakodash.
Double honor to the apostles and the elders at the great millstone. Salutations and blessings unto the elect. Shalom. Yeah, so we all know what's going on and what's happening on this week. December 10th is past. Some crazy bug out. Looked like a psyop. Went on out there and supposed to be shooting up so-called Jewish people. You know, as well as Trump pushing up that Judaism nationality. There's a lot going on, as well as prophecy is still being fulfilled. You know, so now is the time where there's going to be an influx of people trying to come in. There's going to be an influx of people leaving because they lost the faith. But now's the time not to get weak.
It's that great sifting process that's taking place right now.
Start with
yeah.
She said that. You can say what she said.
This is great. It's a sifting process that the Most High is doing. Because the Most High is not looking for every Israelite. He's not looking for every Jacob to come into this. And those that came in, you know, that put their hands to the ground and turn back, you're going to be spewed out the Most High's mouth because you lukewarm.
Right.
You know? So we're coming into that time where, hey, there's a separating. The Lord is dividing the sheep and the goats.
Right.
So,
and true enough, we understand the sheep to be the Israelites, and the goats to be the Edomites or the other nations or whatever, but you 2/3 are just like the heathen other nations.
Right.
You're not going to have the faith or the minerals it takes to survive this thing that's coming in. Only amount of faith of the mustard seed will make it.
Amos 9, verse 8. Behold, the eyes of the Lord are upon the sinful kingdom, and I will
what's that sinful kingdom? That's basically the rulership of these Edomites. Okay? They're the one ruling the world right now. They're the one setting up all the holidays that you follow after, all the traditions that you follow after, all this unrighteousness.
They create sin cities.
Yeah. And America's the big sin city, particularly. Okay? And then Vegas is like a microcosm of the great American big city. But everywhere they're ruling is full of sin. Okay? Because it's against their spirit to be righteous.
They even got a sin city over there in the land, in Israel.
Yeah, I believe that.
Was it Tel Aviv?
Big city.
Big city, yeah.
Where they hold gay parades and all kinds of stuff. In the Holy Land, one of the scriptures are clearly against that.
Straight blasphemy.
Right.
Go
ahead.
Behold, the eyes of the Lord power are upon the sinful kingdom, and I will destroy it from off the face of the earth.
And the Most High said he was going to destroy it off the face of the earth. Talking about this place, America, particularly.
And I love that you said the Most High said, because we're not going to do nothing. We don't have no power here. Our power is in Yahweh Shekau Shah.
You just got to sit back and read and wait.
That's right.
And when you move, you just go stay in our faith and wait, and let you make your moves. Pray unto the Heavenly Father, who is Son, Yahweh Shah, and we're going to get out of it.
Hey, our blessing is not the sword. Our blessing is not deception and lies. Our blessing is the truth and faith.
And the power down by
saving that I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob, saith the Lord.
But I will not completely destroy my chosen nation. Okay, hold that, get that Zechariah.
Zechariah chapter 13 and verse 8. And it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith the Lord, 2 parts therein shall be cut off, die.
2/3 of the nation of Israel will be cut off and die.
66.6%.
Right. How do we know that? Because the scriptures continually support that.
Yeah.
Because when you go into the new covenant, this ain't made for everybody. The new covenant shows you that it starts with a better ministry that's going to wake up the people and let everybody know, but the whole nation will come back into the fold in the kingdom of heaven, born through the loins of the elect. Okay? Go ahead, huh?
But the third shall be left therein.
But the third part will be left therein. Those are the ones that are going to get us saved.
Yep.
All right? Continue.
That's going to get salvation. That's going to be redeemed from this wicked society. All right? That the Most High, that's the elect that was preordained from the beginning.
Right.
That they're being married back to the Heavenly Father through Yahweh Shai.
And through Yahweh Shai and through the elect will the whole nation get to come back and be blessed. Even the ones that don't know that they're Israelites, that look like other nations, that may look like white people, may look like Asians or whatever, Africans, whatever, right?
and I will bring the third part through the fire.
But I will bring the third part through the fire. I need one more script. Somebody grab Acts 14:22.
Yep.
And I will bring the third part through the fire. Okay, what's that fire? This trial by fire. The trial that we have to go through is what we're seeing happening earlier this week. The president put legislation through that you can't basically do hate. It's a hate crime to talk about somebody in the Judaism religion.
But you can talk about all these other nations. You can call us niggas and spics.
Yep.
You can say whatever you want about us. But once you say something about that so-called Jew, I say the so-called J now, to me, because they'll take this down. Once you say something about the so-called J, hey, that's a hate crime. You're gonna get thrown in jail. Your rights can be taken from you.
Because they happen to adapt to our religion. But in that they also was imposters. So yeah, we should have some. If somebody steals your identity and run up your credit card, your name, and now trying to kick you off the block or out your house and everything else, but you look like the bad guy, you're gonna have you feel a certain way about it.
Press the button.
Not enough to want to kill them or do dumb shit like that.
And we're at war right now. They're fighting with tooth and nail to keep that lie going.
It's a spiritual war, and we're exposing them.
And we're fighting with the truth. Yep. They're fighting with lies, and we got that truth.
And they have established lies. So you 2/3 that don't get it, man, whatever. It's not up to you. We're here to sift out the elect, man, to wake up the elect so that we can get out of here. But it's not an easy road to get out of here.
Okay.
All right? It's not an easy road to get out of here. You have to be given the gift of faith to make it through this thing. I want you to finish though. Hold on.
And I will bring the third part through the fire. And we'll refine that.
Through the fire, not just to the fire to be destroyed, but through the fire. The elect will scarcely be saved, like it says in 1 Peter, I believe, the 4th chapter. We're going to Lord willing, we're of the elect, we're going to scarcely be saved. All right? But the rest of you is going to fall into utter destruction. Go ahead.
And we'll refine that as silver is refined.
And going to make us more pure like silver and gold. Go ahead.
And we'll try that as gold is tried. And they shall call on my name.
We're going to call it the name of Yahweh.
And I will hear them.
And he's going to hear us finally. Because we ain't using them false names of Jesus, Yahweh, Yahshua. We're not using those. We're calling him by his proper name. Yeah, even Yah, okay, yeah, that means he, that's part of his name, but we don't know him that close right now to just call him a nickname. We need to serve, we need to be on Mr. Sir, full name status, okay?
Proper
that
name.
much fear and respect.
Proper name.
See, you don't know
His proper name.
You don't know who you're talking to.
Right, because there's other entities.
Exactly.
God could be a white image of Jesus or somebody, we don't know. But we know Yahweh is exclusively to him, and Yahweh Shai is exclusively through the spirit of the anointed, Hamashiach, through Yahweh Shai.
It even works like with us humans. Somebody trying to get your attention, they call you by another name. Are you going to turn around and listen?
If somebody says dad, 25 people in the room may turn around, but they say Mike or whatever the hell, only maybe one or two, but you going to turn around if that's your name, Mike. Go ahead,
They shall call on my name, and I will hear them. I will say, it is my people.
Yep.
And they shall say, the Lord Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, is my power.
Wait on that. Go to Hosea 1 and 10 and 11.
Yep, come on. That's a good spirit.
Yep. There we get it. Because the part you have to understand, the Heavenly Father, this is why nobody wants to believe the story, but you ain't did the research to understand, or did the thought process at least to understand why we're in such terrible conditions, the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native Americans in such bad conditions. Okay, why we're in all the ghettos, why shit just can't go right.
Why you can never start a successful business.
Yep. Why you don't even have the desire to operate a business, or the energy. It's everything, why your families are dying early. I mean, there's a whole list of curses written on us, but it's for a reason.
Why is it that we're living in the so-called greatest, richest empire ever to exist, but yet you go through every city in this country, and there's going to be a ghetto, and in that ghetto, you're going to find our people.
That's right.
That makes no sense. That lets you know that it's by design.
That's right. All over the world, wherever this man rules, it's that way. And right now the earth is given into the hand of the wicked, so he rules pretty much the whole earth. The last place in the earth he's trying to rule is that Middle East. And that's where the battle's got to go down, where this is going to happen, where this place gets destroyed like we read in Amos. We'll be back at that. Go ahead and read that right quick. Start up at 10.
Hosea chapter 1, verse 10. Yet the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea.
Like the brother said, there's a large number of us Israelites. It's funny you said last night too, right? There's a large number of Israelites, but only a small number is going to make it through this thing. A very small number in comparison to the vast majority of the whole nation. All right?
Which cannot be measured, no numbered, and it shall come to pass that
that's also that innumerable multitude in the book of Revelation, okay, that was joined unto the elect. Or I believe that was in the 7th chapter.
7th chapter, yeah, after they
named all the 12 tribes, 12,000 of all the 12 tribes. There's also that innumerable multitude. That's also Israelites, though. Okay, those are the 1/3 right there. That third part that was brought through the fire, talked about in what we read in Zechariah. You got it out.
And it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them, ye are not my people.
And that's on earth, but particularly here in America. That land of that land of, what do we call it in Amos? The sinful kingdom. The sinful kingdom, right? Yeah. The place of a sinful kingdom, but that sinful kingdom is also how much sin our people as a nation have upon them living in a place like this.
Hey, the so-called white man, he knows that we are the Israelites.
That's right.
But yeah, he put all these bywords and these names on us.
False identities to keep us away from our true identity.
Like the scripture the brother just read, in this place that they said, you are not the children of the Most High. Because who's calling us the children of the Most High? Nobody. Everyone's calling us black.
We call it ourselves.
Africans, Mexicans, Puerto Ricans. We're calling all these bywords that the brother was going into.
Yep.
No one's calling us the children of the Most High. No one's calling us Yahshua but us. Yep. All right? And at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, everyone's going to know who the children of Israel are.
That's right. It's not going to be a question.
It's not, yeah.
That's what it said in the Wisdom of Solomon, the 5th chapter.
Yep,
Go ahead with that. We can get to it.
Yeah, we have to
down. Right.
And it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them, ye are not my people, there it shall be said unto them, ye are the sons of the living power.
This is where it was going to be proclaimed that we are the son of the living power. Joshua, the children of Israel. Okay, which means he's the prince of the power. That's what Joshua means.
The real Jews,
yes.
The real Israelites.
Like all 12 tribes. Okay? That broke out here. What's that called? That revelation, right?
Which means revealing.
That revealing broke out here. It wasn't said that all over the world. It was said it here. That's where it was said the loudest. All of us in this new day and age woke up from. Okay? So the prophecy is being fulfilled. Is there more on there?
Yeah, I'll finish it off. There shall the children of Judah and the children of Israel be gathered together.
Both the northern and southern kingdom back together since the time of the split after Solomon, King Solomon, with Rehoboam and Jeroboam. Split the nation, there was civil rivalry and all this other stuff going on. We ain't gonna have that no more. Go ahead.
And appoint themselves one head.
Who's that one head? Yahweh Shai, man. Who you literally call Jesus Christ. When he returns, because he left out in glory, he gonna come back in glory. But he coming back with furious anger and glory also.
Right.
He's not gonna meet you as a man. He gonna come back, and that's when we're waiting on you simpleton Israelites. You wanna be black Hebrew Israelites, or you wanna be Black Panthers, or whatever it is that you wanna be. We have to sit back and wait upon our Lord to do all of this, because he's the only one with the power to do it. We still got chains of darkness. We could be killed. How come Yahweh shot and stopped them bullets from killing that guy? Because it wasn't the time for that. Same thing with any other body that tried to run up against this man with his own blessing. You have to come in the name or came out of season. The time wasn't right. Now is that time, but we still have to wait. Though it tarry, wait for it, it shall not tarry.
And appoint themselves one head.
King David, go ahead.
And they shall come up.
It's going to be both of them, King David and King Yahweh.
And they shall come up out of the land. For it shall be the day of judgment.
And we're going to come up out of the land. How are we coming up out of here? with all these chariots you see in the sky. They're going to beam us out of here in glory, and the world is going to, you got to get it.
Solomon 5.
I didn't even realize that was there. These so-called UFOs is going to be our rescue vehicles up out of here. That's the way that the Lord is going to come back to rescue us. And you don't have to believe it. It's a faith-based thing. But also, though it's faith-based, we have evidence. How? Because we're watching those UFOs pop up as they said they would in these last days.
Yep.
They're not here for nothing. How come they wasn't blasted off? Well, they've been here. It's just for social media. No, man. They're coming back because this is that time. Yeah, they showed up at certain events on the earth. There's certain times that they were here, but they're all coming in abundance all over the earth now. And where the places that they are, like they're looking down at the Israelites, man, seeing who they're gonna rescue and seeing what they're gonna destroy to set this world back correct.
They're casing the place.
They're casing the place. That's beautiful.
All right, this is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5.
It's a Jacob. Right?
Yeah. And 1. Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness.
When is this? This is now. This is the time that you should wake out of deep sleep, because now is our salvation nearer than we believe. And this is the vehicle that we're going to get out in. Okay? But it's the same time that we have to stand in great boldness and tell this man to reveal the truth about this man that's ruling over us. Reveal the truth about who we are. That's what we're out here to do. Alright? Now, is 2/3 going to get it? No. Some of them will get it and they're going to fall off because they wasn't rooted. But end all be all is all about the elect, waking the elect up, that the elect may be saved to the end, man.
That's it.
Be able to endure this thing until the end. Okay?
Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the faces of such have afflicted him.
Faces have afflicted them. They're rolling on the master to destroy us, okay? They all had a hand in it. They all lived deliciously on the blood, sweat, and tears of the Israelites. Okay? They gotta get paid back. So you better get all your last little licks in right now, because you're never gonna get another lick. Because once we get our lick, that's it, man. That's it. You're gonna be humble children after that. Okay? You're gonna be subject to the power of the Israelites, man. Under Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua, by Hashem Yahushua, by Hashem Yahshua. Right?
And made no account of his labors.
And made no account for all the work that we put in this thing. Okay, continue.
And they throw it to try to, just a slap in the face, to try to give us reparations.
Yeah, that's
like that can make up for all the rape, robbery, and murder of our people ever since we got to this wicked ass nation. Even going back to the ancient world.
Hey, and we were talking about it on the way over here, right? But then they call us lazy.
Yeah.
We done put work in for 400 years, plus years, and you want to still call us lazy? You're living off we're still the ones repairing and building up your terrible ass crumbling kingdom. But you still want to call us lazy? We're just tired. We're tired of your shit. We're tired of working for you. And it's time to stand up and call you out on who you are. And all of y'all that ain't tired of this and ready to hold that. Get where are you at right now? You done with that, right? Grab Ecclesiastes 7 and 7. We're just tired of you, man. We're ready to pull out the truth on you. Right? 7.
Ecclesiastes chapter 7 and verse 7.
Yep.
Surely oppression.
This is what But this is what we're standing in the face of those that have afflicted us. This is what we're telling you. We're telling you that we're tired of you treating us this way. We're tired of you ruling over us. Alright? We gotta wait till we get rescued out of here. But we're just letting you know we're tired. The Bible tells us to let you know that we're tired of this and things is gonna change. Through prophecy, okay? Go ahead,
Surely oppression maketh the watchman mad.
So all you 2/3 that aren't wise, you don't feel oppressed. You like this place. You still trying to make the NFL and make it rap album of wickedness and whatever else going on. But we're out here saying we're sick of our nation being wicked. We're sick of the rulers of this place being wicked. We're sick of everything that's going on. All the wickedness going on. We're ready for a new heaven and a new earth wherein dwelleth righteousness. That's what we're ready for. And it comes at a hard price. But it's worth it in the long run. Okay? Go ahead and wrap that up.
Surely oppression maketh the watchman mad, and a gift destroyeth the heart.
So Esau will throw little gifts at us to make us forget that we're oppressed.
That's what destroyed us. That was a part of destroying us. You know, them giving you that false belief, that false hope of making it in America. That you can have, if you work hard, you can have a nice house and live just like me. That's all the illusion. That was all bullshit. That's all witchcraft Esau used to continue to trap our people in this wicked ass cycle.
Keep destroying our heart of the mind, so it keeps destroying our minds. Thinking, okay, it's like the carrot in front of the horse, or in front of the rabbit, or whatever. He keeps chasing, but he's never getting close.
Or the hamster in the wheel.
Hamster in the wheel. We running hard, but we ain't going nowhere.
We stop and then we're still in the same fucking place.
We ain't went nowhere. Running on a treadmill, right? So it's the same deal. Okay, we're tired of that. We want to get somewhere better in life. We want better for ourselves and for our people. Even if 2/3 of our people don't know it or don't want it. We got the better plan for you. So when you finally wake up, you that's called to this thing, this is where you're gonna get fed with to free you from these chains. Okay, the truth that we're pushing will make you free. Does that mean that I'm free, I can go? No, it means you gotta free yourself spiritually so that you can give all your mind, heart, and soul to the Yahweh.
You can make yourself a living sacrifice.
Right.
You know? Because people, like you're going into, people don't, they talk a good one, but they don't really love the Lord.
Action, it's time for action. Y'all missing in action.
Hey, and it's a prime example is right now. With this incident that happened in Jersey, man of the Lord should be on fire because we know what's coming next. And after that, we know what's after that because that's the Bible, that's the prophecies. Right. We know Esau's coming in like a flood. We know that they're going to persecute us, they're going to demonize us. We know all these things. It's written in the Bible, it's written in the scriptures. If we through the Spirit, we're the prophets of old, we went through this already. So we know what time it is. But we know that we have Yahweh Shai as a crutch, as a support to lean on in these times. We know that He's not going to do a word of prophecy.
That is going to come to pass.
We know that He ain't just going to leave us out there.
Right.
You know?
But
yes, I'm still.
We done 8, we're going to go back.
Verse 8, better is the end of a thing than the beginning thereof.
Hey, it's better that we're at the end of this thing. We know what it is, we know who's who, and we're ready to go ahead.
We're at the end of the movie. At the end of the movie, the best part, with the climax where, you know, the good guy and the bad guy about to go at it, but at the end of this movie, like I said, we're gonna find out that the real good guy, the bad guy is the guy that's been portraying the good guy is really the bad guy. And the guy that you say is the bad guy is really the good guy.
That twist in those movies be the best movies.
Oh man.
There's a twist in those type of movies. This movie has a twist also.
Yeah.
The Most High is a wonderful director, and this play orchestrating just the way he set it up, man. Okay, we got a role to play, you got a role to play. Our role is to come out and cuss you out and to condemn you and to wake up our people. Your role is to keep lying and slander and eventually come in and hinder us and hem us up. But we know the true hero is about to show up and rescue us up out of everything, man. Even if we die as a martyr, he's gonna still come back and rescue us and then truly glorify us. People watch those old 80 cartoons with the superheroes. They had the good guys on the ropes and everything, and there's no way that we can win.
And he's taking, and the good guy is taking shots left and right. And you thinking he's done.
We're done. All of a sudden, here comes, even wrestling had it, right?
Yeah.
Here comes somebody, such and such comes out the back, he comes to rescue such, all of that. That's this type of movie right here. But there's no, the real hero, Yahweh Shai, he's not gonna put no hands on this guy, man. This guy's gonna come back and really set things straight. He's gonna take all the crowns off the heads of the people. He's gonna set the world back straight. This is what we can see because we're at the end. We can see everything lining up as the Bible says. And so our faith may look blind, but it's completely visual for us that's in the spirit. All right? Go ahead,
Better is the end of a thing than the beginning thereof. And the patient in spirit is better than the proud in spirit.
The patient in spirit is better than the proud in spirit. If that was something real, the guy in Jersey, which I don't know why it would be, it don't make no sense. He went and typed up a letter.
They killed him, right?
Yeah, of course they killed him. Dead man tell no lies or no truth. So he went, I'm about to go out and kill a bunch of people, but let me type this up and let them know my master plan.
Jake ain't typing no fucking letter.
No, bro. The nigga that look like that, that's dumb enough to do that, how about the man come out shooting.
The most thing Jay can do is type some shit on their phone on Instagram.
Man, it'll put. Now you said Facebook Live, I don't believe it.
Yeah.
Especially in today's world where literally there's cameras everywhere.
Right.
You should have clear footage of this.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know,
Nobody ran out like this.
No footage in the grocery store?
Yeah.
Right. Come.
There should be footage of this, you know, and it should be out in the media.
Yep.
That way there's no doubt that this happened.
Shalom, I got you. Come on. It smells fishy. Smells like the fish or smells like the black pipe out your together, man. We know, but these are your same old tactics you've been using, Esau. All right? That was it on that, right? Let's go back. Let's go back to
Wisdom of Solomon chapter 5 and verse 2. When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear.
When they see it, the prophets have stood up. Hop over to Jeremiah 28 right quick. We'll go right back. Because this is what scares the shit out of E and J. E and J, right?
E and J.
They can scare the shit out of you. Okay? Because you see that the secret that you've been keeping from us for so long, all the tactics you've used to hold it from us, through the spirit, it's starting to come like, where do they find this? I knew we should have never let them black churches. The black churches doing their job. It's the spirit of the Heavenly Father and his Son that's making this happen.
28. This is Jeremiah 28 and verse 8. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesy against both many countries, against great kingdoms, of war, of evil, and of pestilence.
And those are the same things that the prophets of today are prophesying of right now against this man and his kingdom. It was always, every kingdom had prophets come out, great kingdom anyway, had the prophets come out and condemn that place when it was about to go down. So when we're standing in his face boldly, standing in his face boldly telling him, hey, your kingdom's next to go down, and you're about to go down the hardest. He hates that. He's troubled with terrible fear to see this happen. And then the things that we're saying, talking about UFOs coming back and zapping places, and this is astronomical because he knows that there's real so-called UFOs out there. He may or may not know who's in them, but he's shook by that because he knows he can't deal with them things up there in the air. You can't touch them things. So that power is going to be so far greater, it's scaring the SHIT out of this man. Okay? Go ahead.
When they see it, they shall be troubled.
Back in Wisdom of Solomon 5, right?
Yeah, Wisdom of Solomon 5 back in, verse 2 again. When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation.
At the strangeness of the way that we're getting saved. Because first off,
the way that we're getting delivered from the hand of Esau also.
Exactly. First off, we started off docile, yes sir, master, less than 100 years ago.
Yep.
Then to turn in from that to, man, I don't give a fuck this guy. Oh, whoa, my bad, but I don't want to offend, you know.
Yeah.
I know you still got power. To the fact, we out here on the corners telling you who you are, identifying you through your spirit, telling you all the wrong thing. Nothing passes the Israelites, man. Especially here at Great Millstone. Nothing passes us that you do that we ain't watching, man. We watching everything. We were told to watch and pray. We're watching you, man. And so every little move you make in wickedness, we're on it. Everything we can see through the spirit, the agenda that you're pushing.
We calling it out.
Calling it all the way out.
Calling it out. Where it originated from, where it came from, and what's the cover. That's what a prophet does. Prophesy. Tell before.
Yep, we're telling you the past, with the history, we're going back. He did this in the past. Then we're telling the present, and we're telling the future of what's going to happen of it, because we got the blueprint right here. And we know you're going to try to come and take these books off the street, but the book also told us to write it in our inward parts, get it in our spirit, to where it's a natural thing that thrives from our spirit. You got something right now?
Wisdom of Solomon chapter 1 verse 9. For inquisition shall be made into the counsels of the ungodly.
That's right. Hey, that inquisition, we're bringing you up on trial and we're digging into what you've been done, what you're doing. Get 2 Thessalonians 2. An inquisition of the things you've done, and we're pulling out all the crimes that you're guilty of. Okay, go ahead.
And the sound of his word shall come unto the Lord for the manifestation of his wicked deeds.
That's right, and it's all coming to pass as the Heavenly Father said. He's coming back to judge you people. We're going to call you out, you're getting judged, and then you're going to be sentenced by the Heavenly Father, man. Through his Son to be sent back. No man on earth is going to do it, man. We can't do it. That's who's going to do it, okay? You keep reading that, I'm going to let you know when you bring that.
Verse verse 2. When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation.
Right.
So far beyond all that they look for.
Yeah, but see, what's funny is President Trump is at the point where he's like, oh shit, they're talking about getting rescued out of the spaceship.
Yeah, I know.
Let's get a Space Force.
Yeah.
Man, was that what President Reagan was talking about? Maybe we need to look into that. Shit, it's real. They really believe it. We've been seeing a lot of an influx of these so-called UFOs, so we better do something about this. Just in case.
This has been a heavy week, bro.
Yeah.
You got the incident out there coming against, naming it Hebrew Israelites.
Yep.
You got the incident with Jay saying, that all ties in. They're giving nationality. And Trump officially making this Space Force the fifth branch of the military.
Yep.
So, hey, we living in those times. This is high time to wake out of sleep.
Right.
You Israelites, because hey, we at the end of this. Like it says, the better the end of a thing than the beginning.
Right.
So we at the end. We at the 2-minute warning. We in the fourth quarter. We there. All right, back to the script. This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5, verse 3. And they repenting and groaning for anguish of spirit shall say within themselves, this was he whom we had sometimes in derision.
Wait, this is he who we had sometimes in derision. We had this guy completely asleep, spiritually dead and asleep. We worked him on every level. We had him completely destroyed. Matter of fact, get Lamentations, I think it's 2 and 15. Then we're gonna bring out 2 Thessalonians. We'll go back. Because the whole way that this thing is working is beautiful, man.
That's right.
The fact that the Heavenly Father allows us to be able to see this. From the inside we're seeing it, and some of you weaklings is gonna be scared, man. I just was watching videos. It don't matter, man. Your weakness is gonna be taken out the way. We don't want nobody weak in this thing. We know what's coming. We're supposed to get persecuted and tried and tortured and so on and so forth, man. Just like the Maccabees were. These things got just like our Lord was. A servant's not greater than his master. All these things have to happen. But the beautiful thing about Yahweh Shai, he was completely innocent of the crimes that you persecuted him for. Hey. We're going to be completely innocent of those things.
Because the elect to Yahweh Shai is blameless, man.
That's right.
That's
right. Go ahead with that.
Lamentations chapter 2, verse 15. All that pass by clap their hands at thee.
Every time one of these other nations see us, and they see us in a destroyed way that Esau had us, this is how he feels about it. Go ahead.
They hiss and wag their head at the daughter of Jerusalem.
That's the Israelites.
Saying, is this the city that men call the perfection of beauty?
But these are the Israelites for real? These lowly niggas, these drug addicts, these people running and playing football, these weird ass clothing and just everything else.
Bro, they have tours of the ghettos in America, bro. Where these heathen come and they go through the neighborhoods.
Yeah.
So they come down to the hood. Some of them get his boat. They'll come down and just look. Places like Skid Row, tent cities, or whatever else. They'll come look at the way we live in the projects and everything. Some of them will even hop out and try to befriend some people.
And then video recording.
They record it, then go back and tell jokes or treat it like it's something serious when it's not. They don't give a shit because they're going back to their wonderful houses on their side of town. The suburbs, wherever the hell they live at,
The perfection of beauty, the joy of the whole earth.
This is the joy of the whole earth? Yeah, because when the wicked are in authority, people mourn, and when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. The people are supposed to rejoice when we're in rulership, proving that the real Israelites are not in authority. The real Jews are not in authority.
Who's rejoicing right now?
Nobody.
Nobody.
Not
even the Edomites.
Us. It's only us, because we see the end of it. Now is that time that we should be rejoicing. Right now. Because we see the end of this. We can see the light at the tunnel. And who's standing at that light? Yahweh Shai is in that light. Okay? And that's what we're moving toward with this thing. So Esau had to come in like a flood to push us more into that light.
Verse 16, all thy enemies have opened their mouth against thee. They hiss and gnash the teeth. They say, we have swallowed her up. We have swallowed her up. Certainly, this is the day that we look for. We have found, we have seen it.
This is what we look for. We have finally destroyed it. We have found it. We have seen it. You want to get that in Psalms right there? You want to get that?
83? Yeah, I was thinking
To list the enemy. We're going to list who your enemies are. It's all the other nations, including the 2/3. It's not going to quote that directly in this one. But 2/3 of you act like the enemies of the other nations as well. That's why you got to be sifted out. You don't deserve to be amongst the elect.
John 8:44.
Yep.
Psalms 83 and 1. Keep not thy silence, O power, O Yahweh. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O Yahweh.
Yep.
For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head.
I want you to read that first verse again because that was beautiful. Yeah, read that first verse again.
Keep not thou silence, O Yahweh.
Hey, speak up for us. Do something. Look what they're doing to us. Look what they're saying and doing to us. But that should let us know that we don't have to go out and act out and do certain things. We just got to sit back and take it. Wrongfully. If you suffer wrongfully, it may prove that we have not done it. And our Lord will acquit us. That's what's going to happen this go around. Yeah, the prophets got killed in other kingdoms, but not this one. You ain't getting all the prophets on this one. Okay? Go ahead, Al.
Keep not thy peace and be not still, O Yahweh.
Please, we gotta continually call unto you. Hey, you know, how did that one go?
Let me get this real quick.
Come. Trying to think how that phrase goes. About our enemies. Was that Psalm 55? When it says, go ahead, no, is it 51? Go ahead, read what you got.
This is Revelation chapter 6 and 10. And they cried with a loud voice, saying, How long, O Lord, holy and true, doest thou not judge and avenge our blood
This works.
on them that dwell on the earth?
Hey, how long are you gonna let this wickedness continue before you do something, Lord? We have to continually. I almost had it. Give him no rest.
Yeah,
You know, I think that give him no rest is the phrase I was looking for. Give him no rest to come back and save us, man. You don't see what's going on down here. They're coming to get us. What you gonna step in at some point? No, not yet. I gotta try to faith of all of y'all. Okay? And we gotta wait. We just gotta sit back and patiently endure this thing. Hey, the heat ain't even came yet. Just them bringing us up in the news ain't nothing. It sounds like it's all right things, but guess what? It's gonna be worse for you. It's gonna be worse for you that don't come into this thing. Okay? We'll take the small, light affliction now, but you gotta take the heavy when the time comes. You found it? Looking for it? Alright, was there more on there?
Yeah, all the nations, that ain't all the nations.
Yeah.
Psalms 83 and 2. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They take crafty counsel against thy people.
Yeah, what do you think they're doing at these UN summits and whatever else? They're finding ways to continually control the people, particularly the Israelites. Okay? They make up these schemes and these programs. Anyway, these schemes and programs. Why are you walking against the king? About to get lit up. Anyway, these schemes and these programs to destroy the Israelites.
Yeah, they got the WTO in there. They got the smartest. They got the smartest scientists and physicians and doctors in there to come up with diseases to take Jake out.
Oh, the World Health Organization.
Yeah, all those. They all have their certain little symbols. Then you know that it's a so-called Illuminati that's doing it.
Yeah.
They're the ones behind coming up with all these crafty councils. But inside that, they're just the head. These other nations have agreed onto the things of those enlightened ones, is what the Illuminati means. It does that for them. But you don't know, they're the left-hand version of the Illuminati. We're the right-hand version of them. We're the righteous version of the Illuminati, all right?
Hey, they've thrown everything at us.
Yeah.
Everything at us.
Right.
You know?
And the kitchen sink, yeah.
Chemical,
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
Everything.
Biological,
You know?
Physical,
mental, spiritual.
everything. Look, we're hit on every level. Chemicals from food and drugs and alcohol and the air, all this is just poisoning us. There's poison in toothpaste.
Yeah.
So it's called fluoride if you didn't know. How do you get past that, right? But then there's what else? It's the physical oppression of slavery, going to work every day, and the mental beatdown that goes with that. There's a whole mental breakdown that you, what is saying, the curses?
You're doing the same thing and trying to get different results. You're going to work, you're working hard, you're still getting the same results. You're still stuck at the bottom.
You still just don't make enough to really make a power move to get yourself out of the
You're still subject to payments.
Yep, exactly right. Well, and y'all not tired of this? The rest of you so-called Negro, Latino, and Native Americans, y'all not tired of this? You're not tired of dealing with this everyday grind of BS that gets you nowhere, but further and deeper into the hole, closer to the grave?
Hey, their goal is to get rid of us. It's to get rid of the nation of Israel.
Yeah.
That's their goal.
They're going to save a smaller left few on the left-hand side that's going to entertain them, but be the real bottom-feeding slaves that's going to entertain the rich, because they know they ain't got the salt and flavor to do it, so they want us to do it, because we got all that, we got it, man.
Hey,
all that spiritual.
Everything they tried has failed to completely get rid of us.
Yep.
Now they're gonna resort to that sword.
Yep. The direct killing instrument.
Now it's just like, man, fuck it, let's start killing this motherfucker. You know?
When you watch that, what happens in these police situations, these motherfuckers ain't just shooting to wound you, to put you down. They're shooting to kill. And I'm just talking about that scenario. Every time somebody pointing a gun nowadays, especially those that's supposed to uphold, protect, and serve and all that the people, which we should be counting as the people, they kill us.
And they let Esau's let the whole clip out.
Yeah.
You know? It ain't, because really one shot should stop the average person.
Right.
But they stop squeezing until that shit is clicked.
Until you fall, and they even shoot a couple more just to make sure.
They reload. They reload, knowing you just ate 16 bullets.
Yeah, kind of.
After your body's been riddled with bullets,
your body's lifeless.
With their knee in the back of your neck. But we're gonna have, through the power you have by Shimon Shah, we're gonna have our foot in your neck. But we gotta wait. We can't do none of that. We gotta wait. Okay? And then the day when that comes to pass, all this media, ain't nobody gonna give it. It's gonna be the purge out there. Ain't nobody gonna care about that. No? Go ahead, bro.
Well, I found that shit.
Yeah, read it right quick.
I gotta read it real quick. This is the points in 7. I'm gonna start at 6. Yep. Isaiah 62:6. I have set watchmen upon thy walls, O Jerusalem, which shall never hold their peace, day nor night.
Yeah, so we're still calling out in the face of those that have afflicted us, right? We're not gonna hold our peace. We're sending it out on the internet, on the unicorn, the sun that went out through all the corners of the earth, about the truth, what the devil is really doing, and what our agenda from Yahweh Shemel Shah has us doing. Okay, go ahead.
Ye that make mention of the Lord, keep not silence, and give him no rest till he establish.
Give the Heavenly Father no rest until he establish us in the earth. Is that what you're about to say?
Establish until he make Jerusalem a praise in the earth.
From that back in were you still holding that in Lamentations? No, that was over, right? Right. Till we go from being that this is the city of excellency and beauty, these lovely people talking that shit about us, till we establish us back as that praise in the earth. Okay? As for the real Jews, Yahweh Yahweh's praise, okay? And to these other glorious names, Yasharallah. To those to be established instead of our people, like we talked about in Hosea, back in the earth again. Okay? But you niggas gotta cut that old nigga shit out though. Yep. All of y'all gotta cut that shit out. That's not who we are as a people.
They're not gonna cut it out.
They're not. You only gonna do it, you gonna know after death by pain. So go back with that list.
Psalms 82, Psalms 83 and 2. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They take crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come, let us cut them off from being a nation.
And they accomplished that when we read that in Lamentations. Go ahead.
That the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance.
And that fulfills what happened from Hosea, where it should be said, the land that should be said, you are not the children of the Most High, you are not my people. You should be said, you are the children of the Most High. So we're coming back to be called the children of the Most High in truth. Go ahead.
For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee.
They are confederate. They are all together against us. An enemy of my enemy is my friend. They had that approach against us.
Kind.
And we have that approach against them. And you 2/3. Because you're a friend of our enemies. So you're our enemies as well. Why? Because you want to keep the same agenda of the enemies going. You want to silence us. Y'all bring your heat to the net. Man, we're trying to get us up out of here. This is just the blueprint from the Heavenly Father, the Creator, that wants this to come to pass so we can get out of this thing. Not my fault that you didn't get chosen, or that you didn't get called at least. Hey, you play your role, I'll play mine. Yep. So keep being that Judas goat hater, whatever you're going to do, and we're going to keep being in the role of a prophet, Lord willing, of the elect. Go ahead, Al.
The tabernacles of Edom.
He's naming the list now of all the other nations that hate us. Go ahead. At the top of the list, the tabernacles of Edom. That's you so-called you can't say shit nowadays.
So-called white people, man.
Yeah, straight up. That's who you are. That's who you are. Does that mean it's strictly you by skin color? No. It's you by spirit, and you that feel convicted and guilty, it belongs to you. Because you know the wickedness that you push out in the earth.
The spirit of the Edomites is subject to the Edomites.
The tabernacles of Edom and the Ishmaelites.
Yep. Ishmael, the Arabs,
Moab,
the Asians,
Yep.
so-called Chinese. Hey, these are at the top of the list. These are all the people fighting for that region that really belongs to us. Those are the main characters playing in that Middle Eastern World War III scenario right now. They're the major characters that's going to bring this thing to a major head right now. Go ahead.
And the Hagarians, Hamites,
Yep.
the Baal and Ammon,
because that's in that land over there.
Ammon is the so-called Japanese.
Yep.
and Amalek.
Yeah, Amalek are those that in the land of Israel. Those J's in the land of Israel right now that don't belong there.
They so-called J's, they gonna ban the J.
Ban the letter again. Ban the letter J.
Yeah.
We gonna call you the J, so you can ban that letter.
The JKs.
Y'all prophet, okay?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
That's why they brought y'all down here. You go ahead from there.
Yes, sir.
And Ammon and Amalek, the Philistines, with the inhabitants of Tyre.
Yep.
Assur also is joined with them. They have
Syrian trio.
They have opened the children of Lot.
Yep. Right? Yeah, they're all doing this to build up and destroy the children of Israel, to build up the enterprise. They're thinking that they're going to get a good deal, but what are we watching happen? That even Edomites is going against Edomites.
And they accomplished that. You got that 2 Thessalonians?
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah. Let's start at I think it's 4.
Yep. 3 or 4. Might be 3. Where it starts off. 3. Yep.
2 Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 3. Let no man deceive you by any means.
We've been deceived.
Yeah.
But you've been deceived by these Edomites, man. Because they're ruling the earth. They've told this big lie and they're trying to cover up lie after lie after lie. Hey, after so many holes in your lie and so many band-aids, it's all going to fall off pretty soon. Especially since we're throwing alcohol, or truth, if you will, on top of these wounds. Okay? Bringing out everything that's going on. Bringing out the truth to you people. To free you from the bondage that they have, the mental enslavement, the mental slumber that they got you in. Okay?
Let no man deceive you by any means. For the day should not come except they're coming falling away first.
What's that?
That's the falling away. When our people fell away from our power. We fell away from Yahweh Shem Yahushua. We fell away from following the law, statutes, commandments. And following the law, statutes, commandments, that's what joins us to the Heavenly Father.
Right, because we don't want to deal with nobody filthy. That's what cleans us up. those statutes, laws, and commandments.
And the nations in Psalms 83rd chapter helped forward that affliction, helped us lose our heritage, help us fall away from our power. All right, they didn't tell us that we were Israelites. They didn't tell us all the laws, statutes, and commandments. This is your book. They told you everything opposite to take you away, because they knew as long as we were away from Yahweh Shema Shai and didn't know the understanding of this book, we would be low and they could rule over us.
Yeah.
You want to say, bro?
I just want to say that goes back to the prophecy in Hosea, the first chapter, back to the Acts, to Psalms 83. When they took the crafty counsel to destroy us, all the way to the accomplishment of that destruction in Lamentations, the second chapter. So you're watching all of this get played out, okay? To where we're past that. Because our salvation is now nearer than when we believe.
That's
so
right.
on, bro. Well,
Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day should not come.
We've been deceived because that falling away happened, as we just said it. Go ahead.
Except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed.
The manner of sin is being revealed.
Yeah.
We just read the list on who would spearhead this whole.
Who's the top of that list?
I read Jesus Calling every day. You got that book, Jesus Calling.
Okay.
I read it. You got the book?
I don't got the book.
Look at it. Jesus Calling. I got that too, but it's quotes. Before I got here, it said, God has your hand. There's crossroads.
What does the scripture say? What does the scripture say?
Oh, there's a scripture in it. It's called Jesus Calling.
Okay.
Every day. I'm serious.
Oh,
hey, my pastor, I gave him the Lord for a while.
Oh, okay.
You know, we tried to bless him.
You know
He
what
never gave up on me, though.
Who tried to?
Hey, no. A preacher, one of my guys tried to molest me when I was a kid. So I gave on. The minister said, hey, it was just a bad guy. It was just a bad guy.
No. People are ruling. Because what's going on with that guy now? Is he in jail now?
I have no idea.
See, you should know, though.
Really,
you should know that man's taken off the streets.
I know.
But justice is not.
But that's when I was a little kid and all that. I gave him the Lord, but my minister said, don't give up on him, because he didn't give up on you.
Yep, all right.
That's all I got to say, man.
Yeah, okay. Man, I always want to throw something in, man. I always got the perspective that we have to listen to this damn devil. We're tired of listening to this devil.
Down to earth.
To and fro.
You know.
Seeking who made the vow.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, okay. So when we read the book, we're going to put spirits on it.
Let me confound these guys real quick.
Because we look simple to it. Little does he know. I can't say that.
So he,
It's probably also words.
yeah, come on.
Yeah.
So you could read a book called Jesus Calling, but you can't pick up the Bible?
He said, I got that book too. Well, why do I need that book? Because this book tells us we don't need another book. So, but this is all part of that deception that he is in his spirit to try to keep us away from. And it happened, but he don't realize that falling away is pretty much over. The elect is waking up out of that falling away. Okay, pursuant to Ezekiel 37. Go ahead, all right. And he's truly being revealed. And he just played his role in the earth right there. He didn't say, what did Jake say when he came? Y'all the prophets. Remember that. Start there and keep going. But then he come up spewing bullshit. No, don't read that book. Read this book. All you have to tell him, continue to read. That's a good book. Continue to read that book and move it up the street. But that man is not righteous like that. All right? Go ahead.
What does that say?
Read.
I don't have my Bible.
Yes. I want to know what it says now, though.
That's exactly what just happened.
Oh, yeah, I want to see that. What is it? Timothy, first chapter.
You said 1 and 16?
Let's see what it says. 16. It's gonna, what this says is going to determine why you're here. All right?
It's Timothy chapter 1. 1 Timothy 1 and 16. Howbeit, for this cause I obtain mercy, that in me first Yahweh Shai HaMashiach might show forth long suffering for a pattern to them which should hereafter believe on him to life everlasting.
What does that mean?
It means that guy needs help.
No, he needs help. We got help coming from him. You're right about that. Okay, so let's go back. Let's go back. He does need help.
Alright, thank you guys.
All right, man. Take it easy.
For that day should not come except they come and falling away first.
Yep.
and that man of sin be revealed.
And that's how we're helping that guy.
Yeah.
We're revealing who he truly is on earth. We're gonna make him tell the truth. Okay? We're gonna make him tell the truth. Even though he's fully established on lies, we're gonna make him tell the truth, and then he's gonna assume his proper position in the earth.
They said the man of sin revealed.
That's right.
You know, and he's being revealed. That's why he can't take it. That's why if Esau didn't have nothing to hide, he wouldn't give a shit if we came out here and called him out. If you got something to hide, that's when you're defensive.
Start censoring the internet.
You start deferring attention away from you and putting it on somebody else. And that's what Esau's doing because he's guilty. He's the man of sin. All right.
Yep. Keep going, bro. And we know he's the son of perdition because the word perdition means destruction. Everywhere he go, he brings destruction in some way, shape, or form. Rape, robbery, murder, whatever.
F.
Yep. You got it, bro.
And the man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition, who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called the Most High, or that is worship.
So he put himself in a position to do everything that this book is talking about in the words of the Heavenly Father, though he was using this book. So he would twist the narrative of the Holy Bible to make himself look like he's innocent and to look like he has that power. But now that he's being revealed, this man's scrambling, trying to figure out what he can do to stop the bloodshed. Okay? And when I say bloodshed, the onslaught of truth, it's all spiritual, because the weapons of our warfare are not carnal. All the truth that's coming out that's wounding this man.
Hey, who opposes? The Bible has laws, statutes, and commandments. Yet this man says, the hell with the law, statutes, and commandments. I got my own laws.
Yep.
You know,
penal codes and whatever else. Yep.
We gonna rule by our laws. Okay? Oh, the Bible says homosexuals should be put to death. Nah, we gonna celebrate homosexuals.
Yep.
We gonna promote homosexuality.
Hey, what did he do? He did it years and years ago. He separated church and state. But then Ronald Reagan said that no, we still gonna hold his land by the Bible, which will be the rock of our land. And it's been everything but that. They're completely taking the righteous words out of this book and throwing it to the side under their rule. Okay? Hold that. I don't want you to grab that right quick.
Hebrews 12 and 16. Lest there be any fornicator.
No, I want 4 and 12, right? The two-edged sword.
Yeah, that's 4 and 12.
That's how he's getting cut. That's the war, the warfare that he's catching heat from.
Okay.
He's tired of taking these hits. All right?
Should bring that out after.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
Hebrews 4 and 12. For the word of Yahweh is quick and powerful, and sharper than any two-edged sword.
So that's the spiritual weapons that we're using. The truth, the words of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua.
Because people like to say words don't hurt. Words hurt, especially when it's the truth.
Yeah,
you know,
you get called out. You've been lying or whatever happened.
Yeah.
You get called out in truth, man. That hurts.
When
you know you done effed up. You got to do something different.
When the Creator says through His prophets, through the Word, that there's no repentance for you, that you're going into slavery, you know that hurts because He created you in vain. He hates you. That hurts. You know. If someone you told someone that to eat him like that, he said, "Yo, the Most High hates you. He created you in vain, and you're going into slavery, and you're going to pay for all the things you've done." And it's the truth.
Yeah.
I can see if it was a lie, someone just spewing their own vain opinion. It's the truth, and they hate it.
And they believe it's the truth.
They hate every part of that.
Majority of you that's in the know, you believe that is the truth because you know you deserve it.
Yeah.
You know you deserve that. After all the stuff that you done to us, which Kennedy was that? Robert? Was it Robert Kennedy?
John, I think it was John. He said, what are these people that are there?
What if God was, we could have found out that God was black?
Yeah.
And we treated his people like shit.
Yeah, like this. What we have to say then or some of that effect. Whether he said that or not, that's still a true statement.
Well, with that comedian you always bring up.
Yeah, Louis C.K.
Yeah, Louis C.K.
And George Carlin.
And he said that because he knew.
Yeah,
He knew.
Yeah, I didn't know.
He knew.
But Louis C.K. said, what if said, I'm gonna ride this white thing out. I love being white, and I'm a white man. He said, but you can send me in a time machine to any time in the past, because in the future, you know, we gotta pay for this shit.
That's what Chris Rock
pay hard.
Chris Rock said the same thing. He said, ain't no white man will trade places with me. And I'm rich.
Yeah, right.
You know?
That's the same joke he said, the man that lives next door to me. I live in a prestigious neighborhood. Me, Jay-Z, Mary J. Blige, and like De Niro or somebody, right? He said next door to me is a dentist, a white dentist. How is he living in a prestigious? It's beautiful to be white. You can have a regular occupation and live in a prestigious neighborhood with entertainers.
And Rock said, I'm gonna ride this white thing out. We see where it takes me.
Yeah, I'm gonna ride this thing. Yeah, exactly. You would too. Until now.
Yeah, until now. Until we at the end. Until we at the end of your rulership.
Anybody have a Jonathan?
I got one. No one likes the end except when you gotta go down, when you gotta, come down off your throne. But we at that time, man. Hey, your time is up, Esau. I got it.
I got a scripture, on the color of the Lord. Daniel 10:5.
Perpetuating the lies, right?
Then I lifted up my eyes and looked, and behold, a certain man clothed in linen, whose loins were girded with the fine gold of Uphaz. His body was like the beryl, and his face as the appearance of lightning, and his eyes as lamps of fire. And his
beryl is a dark color. It's not a light color. I think beryl is a stone. I think.
Yeah, green.
It's like a dark
green color. And his arms and his feet in color to polished brass, as the word and the words of his, and the voice of his words, like the voice of a multitude.
He had that Bruce Leroy glow about him. Okay? But brass is not a light color. It's actually a more of a gold or a copper tone. Okay, with a golden undertone to it. Right? And then when you go to Revelation, it says the same thing, but it said as if it burned in the furnace, showing the darkness of his skin color. But this man Esau had deceived us because we fell away from the truth. He deceived us by perpetuating lie after lie after lie about who was who. He had images of those old master painters paint himself at the Heavenly Father.
That was his first form of media, man.
Yep.
It was propaganda, man.
Yep.
Painting over the images of us, man. That was his first form of media. Now he has, the Urim and the Thummim on the TV, the internet.
That Project Bluebeam, that alternate reality type stuff that he's putting virtual reality with real reality, mixing the two where the people's deceiving the people.
But hey, man, Jake, man, I watched the Apostle to Heart video. He was reading the comments off the
off the
because
New Jersey.
I think CNN or Fox News did some.
No, it was that nigga Roland Martin on his YouTube channel on YouTube, and everyone was go ahead, bro. You tell me.
But basically, that's Esau's propaganda because these niggas. But the Apostle was reading the comments and nobody was taking that Jersey City shit as truth.
Right.
They saying, oh man, fucking media is a bunch of bullshit, man.
Hey, the damn president's saying that it's fake news.
Yeah, the president's saying fake news. Fox News, CNN, fake news.
So I mean, what is that? But the nation is divided. How can it stand?
Let me read this. This is Edomites in the Zondervan's Compact Bible Dictionary. Edomite. This is written by Edomites, so these Edomites know the truth.
They've done a diligent search. They are wiser than that.
So I'm gonna read the top and then I'm gonna jump down to the last definition. The nation of people who were the descendants of Esau. He founded the country, so his name is equated with Edom. The country was also called Seir or Mount Seir, which was the name of the territory in which Edomites lived. Or you go to the last definition, it says Edom figures prominently in the prophetic scriptures.
The future scriptures,
as the scene of great future judgments.
Yeah, so he don't like them because he's in rulership now. And Apostle Ramla, I'm gonna keep quoting. He said that quote. I hadn't heard it before. It's a beautiful quote. He said, You want to know who you can't speak against. No, they say you want to know who's in control. Find out who you can't speak against, and that'll tell you exactly who it is. And this is this man.
If we were out there prophesying against Ishmael or Hamites or Moabites, telling them they're going into slavery, Esau wouldn't give a shit.
The same message, he wouldn't give a shit.
They wouldn't give a shit.
Well, it wasn't him, but since it is him, he's got a big problem with it. He want to censor the internet. Eventually, they demonize. He's beginning this full-on demonization process against him. And the Covington thing was the introduction to the so-called Black Hebrew Israelites, and then now this thing is now the full demonization agenda that's being pushed. But the people have been walking around seeing this in the streets.
Also, with that
they can't believe it.
Edomite bitch, Caitlin Bennett, out there in California, when she went up there and they have a following on YouTube through InfoWars, and that was also introduction to the Israelites.
Do you disavow? It's fucking annoying.
She is it says she, but it really means he.
Because nations are counted as she. Go ahead.
He is the only neighbor of the Israelites who was not given any promise of mercy from the Most High.
That's a harsh reality.
Yeah.
That's what hurts so much. Did you ever see that in Hebrews? Right. Let's go back to Hebrews. That's why I wanted this. Yep. Because it hurts. These words hurt. When we continually show you everywhere in this Bible, whether it be Obadiah, whether that's Zonderfridge or wherever, your judgment ends up with no future justice, no mercy. When you get no mercy, it's frustrating for you to hear that. But you don't deserve. You will get no mercy.
Show no mercy.
Show no mercy.
You show no mercy, so you get no mercy.
Yeah, we don't have to. We don't even have to go in deep on Esau. We do this with our eyes closed. We can name it the books that you don't want to hear, but the end all be all about it is that you're going into you're not getting any mercy at the end of the day. All right, period, point blank. And these words are kicking your butt because you know them to be true. Go ahead and read that, then we'll go back.
Hebrews 4:12. For the word of Yahweh is quick and powerful, and sharper than any two-edged sword, piercing even the dividing sunder of soul and spirit.
It'll cut you all the way through your soul to where you want to kill yourself.
Like they did
to
Stephen. They gnashed when he's cussing them out, cussing Israelites out. They say gnashed on them with their teeth. So same thing with Esau, but Esau gonna be way more violent than back in the day when they just stoned him. Esau's coming for everybody. Esau just ain't coming for the men of the Lord. Yeah, we know he's coming for us, but he's coming from all Israelites.
Hey, I might as well get them all now. There's one chance to clean them all up. This is his chance, but what little does he know that standard is going to be set up for the children of Israel. Because we are what stands in between Esau and the New World Order. Right. The Israelites, the men of the Lord. Esau knows if it's like a wall, and Esau knows if he gets through that wall, that's that threshold to get over to the New World Order. But we know, like the brother just said, the Most High is going to set up that standard against them, and when they come in like a flood, well, it's all right. Go do that,
And of the joints and marrow, and is a discerner of thoughts and intents of the heart.
Now read that and then jump to 16.
Jeremiah chapter 5 and verse 14. Wherefore thus saith the Lord power of hosts, because ye speak this word, behold, I will make my words in thy mouth fire, and this people wood.
So if it's a two-edged sword, it's cutting the flesh of you people, and then if it's fire, you people are wood, it's burning, it's destroying you, man. These words hurt. They burn. You burn on the inside because of the truth that comes out that you don't want it to be reality, but it don't change it. What it said in Romans 3rd chapter, does it affect the most, how does it start, bro?
For what if some did not believe?
For what if some did not believe? So the faith of them have none effect?
Make the word of the Most High without effect?
For what if some did not believe? Shall the faith of the Most High be without effect? God forbid.
It's Romans 3 and 3. For what if some did not believe? Shall their unbelief make the faith of the Most High without effect? Most High forbid, yea, let the Most High be true, but every man a liar.
And where's the Most High's word said? It's in this book. So when we come out of this book, they get pissed because the words hurt. It say that in that. When people say that when they don't like the term, it say that in that book. Yeah, it says that in this book. Go look it up for yourself and yours. You know? And when they see it's in there, it's like, damn. I guess they're right. But then we also give current events in this time now, these last days, proving different prophecies are coming to pass, further proving that this book is true.
As it is written, that thou mightest be justified in thy saying, that mightest overcome when thou art judged.
Yeah, we're justified in our sins, so the things that he told us to do, we'll be justified because we're listening to the words of the book. You know, rehearsing the righteous acts as well as going out and feeding the sheep. You said you had something too?
No, not yet.
Okay, my bad.
Hey, just like Samuel, how he hewed that Agag.
Yep.
That's what we're spiritually doing to these Edomites, man. With the word.
That's right.
All right, cutting you to pieces, man.
That's right.
You wanted me to read?
If we read that one at Jeremiah 5th chapter.
Can you take that? I got it with the scriptures.
So chopping them down as wood, so it's like you're slowly been chopping a tree down, and now it's down to the final end. Now it's rounding all the trees up, rounding all the firewood up, and getting ready to set it on fire.
Hey, we're hacking at these Edomites.
It's slight, but the sword is sharper than anything, so we don't have to hack. We just gotta cut.
It's spiritual.
It's just cutting through like a knife through warm butter.
Because it's like we're telling you something. When we told you something and we're just talking shit and it comes fast, you wouldn't take it serious. But we're telling you what's going to happen, and it's happening.
Yeah.
That's the power in this word. That's the power of the sword. We're telling you, Esau, your kingdom is going down.
You're watching
your money system is going to crumble. These curses are going to be upon you, and it's happening. And they can't take it. It's like, damn, them niggas is right. You know, that's what they're saying.
It's frustrating.
And your house is going to fall. Entirety, families and everything. This is upon your children.
You're in a burning house right now, and there's no way out.
Hey, the tables are gonna turn, baby.
Yeah.
You know?
You got smoking, inhalation, coughing, you know, you can't open the door, nothing. You can't, you're done.
You're a trick bag, man.
Yep.
Most High got you that way. Go ahead and read that again.
Because ye speak this word, behold, I will make my words in thy mouth fire, and this people wood, and it shall devour them.
And it shall devour them. Right. You have more on that or no? No, they don't want you to jump to the 16th. Butt hurt. In between there, I rarely read in between there any good. Between 12 and 16.
Hebrews? Yeah. About Esau?
Just go right to the point.
Hebrews 12 and 16. Lest there be any fornicator or profane person as
Profane means outside the temple. So you don't even deserve to be here because by nature you're outside the temple. By nature you're going to do contrary to this book. You're going to, like when the book tell the truth, what you going to do? You're going to lie. He tell you to rehearse the righteous acts. You're going to push out and perpetuate against that. He says be fruitful and multiply life on earth. You're going to be try to kill everything on earth.
You got eugenics.
Yep.
You know?
Yep. You got
Planned Parenthood.
You got everything contrary to the righteousness of the Most High.
They push homosexuality heavy. That's part of it.
Two men can't produce life.
Two women can't produce life either.
You're the spirit of, you're the vessel to dishonor.
That's right.
So,
and that goes back to Esau thinking he is the Most High.
Yep.
That he can he can control the narrative. He could, if you want to get pregnant, you don't need a man. You can go to a laboratory. Exactly. That's the spirit of Esau. He thinks like the scripture says. He thinks he's read that. You wait back at that second. That's all.
So wait.
Yeah, I got it.
Oh yeah.
I wanted to say this. Then we go right back.
Lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau, who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright.
He didn't have faith way back in the day, and he did wrong way back in the day. He knew what the law was. It was written in those men back then.
Faith is a gift.
Yep.
And faith wasn't given to Esau. The spirit of faith was given to Jacob.
Yep. And he also you good. He also went against what the word said. He knew That's why Jacob, that interaction back in Genesis the 25th chapter, that interaction was so spiritual because this man had, well, I don't need this birthright. I'm about to die.
Yeah, what good is this birthright gonna do me now?
I need to eat. I'm hungry, and you people gonna turn. That's why the hour of temptation is gonna be so big, man. When they offer you that chip, when they demand that you take that chip, if you want to eat or starve to death or torture you to death or whatever they're gonna do, it's because you gonna go for a morsel of meat and turn your back on the Heavenly Father like Esau did way back then. Okay? So that's a continuing play out of the same situation.
He that shall save his life
shall lose.
Is a loser. Esau was trying to save his life.
Yep.
He didn't have no faith. You know?
But the scripture tells man shall not live by bread alone also. Go ahead, bro.
For ye know how that afterward, when he would have inherited the blessing, he was rejected.
Because he was just not the right type of guy. And the prophecy spoke against him anyway. Go ahead.
For he found no place of repentance, though he sought it carefully with tears.
Even though he cried about it to Isaac.
Trying to play the victim. Yeah. Like you saw what he say, so like you stole my birthright.
He supplanted me these 2 times.
Yeah.
And he right in there,
Jacob.
He stole my birthright. And he stole my birthright.
Yeah.
And he stole my blessing.
Yeah.
Pissed. Hurt. Hoyt. Man still hurt. This man don't know what to do. So this is what he did. He had the perpetual hatred. We don't have to get that from Ezekiel 35th chapter. He had the perpetual hatred for us. And now, but it was all according to the plan of the Most High, to where he had to fulfill that. The Most High had him punishing us. But now the punishments are over. It pretty much at the end of the punishment, there's one more big ass whooping coming for our people. But after that, the elect ain't gonna catch that same ass whooping. The 2/3 get that ass whooping. Okay? To where we get out of it.
So like even Yahweh Shai said, quoted when Satan was tempting him, man does not live by bread alone.
Yep.
So if Yahweh Shai said it, I mean the whole book in its entirety, why would anything be any different?
Right. Why would that not be true about what's about to happen? Because this book is trying to separate you spiritually from carnal. Okay? Esau was that carnal man. But the Most High said, hey, don't worry about all that carnality. I got you on that. Worry about the spirit. What it says on Matthew the 6th chapter, it said, for the Most High knoweth you have need for all these things. But seek ye first the kingdom of heaven, and all these things shall be added unto you. That's the mentality that the book is pushing for us. And Messiah said that himself. Okay, so we have to search out spiritual things, and all the basic necessities will be given unto us. All right? Because all the other frivolous things is going to do nothing but destroy us. Now let's go back, because this man has pushed those frivolous things that they're necessities to us in the earth, and it's completely deceiving our people. You feel that you have to have family gotta gather up for the killing, the commemoration of the killing of the Native Americans at Thanksgiving. You feel that you gotta get gifts, spend all your money and get deep debt for Christmas because it's about Jesus. And then it's to the children though. Instead of teaching the children about Jesus, you teach them about Santa Claus. And then the lies just stack on top more and more and more.
They believe in Santa Claus more than they do in
Jesus, so-called Jesus. Even if they're teaching Jesus and not Yahweh Shai, there's more about Santa Claus and the gifts and the tree and all the wrong shit. Okay?
All idols.
Yep. I'm sure probably next week we'll go into Christmas. We're going to get in all of that. Okay, Lord, what in the Spirit so wants to do that? Go ahead back to Thessalonians. But this man has built up all of this. He built up heavy debt. He laid himself with thick clay, not just with his monetary system, but by the offenses of the children of Israel. Also, the things that he's done to us. All these things in the earth, he's going to be judged. That's why all the nations are turning their back on him right now, too. All these Confederate nations that we listed, they're trying to turn their back on this man. Go ahead,
2 Thessalonians.
I think you're on 4 or something. Yep.
Verse 4, who opposed and exalted himself above all that is called Yahweh, or that is worship.
You can actually use the word God there because the people, he making himself into a God when he is no God. You know, but we know the Most High God, his name is Yahweh. He even tries to put himself up above that and calls himself that. Go ahead.
So that he is so that he, as the Most High, sitteth in the temple of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, showing himself that he is God.
Yep.
I got to proof for that real quick. It's Daniel 7:25. And he shall
The way
speak.
that he does, he uses that power of believing himself to be on that high level. This is how he does it. He plays it out.
And he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High,
His chosen people. Go ahead.
and think to change the times.
Because it's like when he wear out the saints of the Most High, the Israelites, that's him showing that he don't have to protect the Israelites. And he rejoices in destroying the Israelites. Go ahead.
And laws, you know, he changed the laws.
Times and laws.
And they shall be given into his hand until.
Like when you talk about laws.
Yeah.
When he said, when he changed the times and laws, what did that do? He changed it from the laws of the Most High and the law of the land to his own penal codes that we were talking about earlier.
To his laws, he deems what's righteous. Men being with men, that's righteous, and women with women, that's righteous.
That's a small.
You know, eating abominable foods. You know, you can eat anything. That's what Christianity teaches. You know, and Esau, Esau's the face of Christianity with that false image that he put up.
Right.
Because our book says obey the laws of the land.
Yeah.
Now the laws of the land that Esau set up are unrighteous and unjust, and in a carnal sense, but spiritually we try to follow the laws of the land in retrospect until you wake up and you understand the real laws and statutes and commandments that you're supposed to follow.
And we follow the laws that we're supposed to follow is for the Israelites. It's for us to follow. And we follow the laws of this wicked society. We don't run red lights and shit like that, but at the same time, we gotta, this is for us. This is for us to follow, not for the heathens, not for Esau. But he changed that into making it seem like he's the, what is it, jury and executioner, that he makes the laws. This is what he says goes. And that ain't how it's supposed to be. That ain't how it is.
To a point where, it's crazy, but this man's boldness and his pride, to a point where, don't even read the book about all that.
Yeah.
We're going to give you, the book is basically just about loving everybody. Basically loving me, because I'm God now. Just love me and do what I tell you. And then, you out the Bible? No, don't read the book. Read about me. Let my men that I'm letting teach this word tell you who I am. You won't follow after me that way.
Love your neighbor. John 3:16. You know. Yeah. Same old shit, man.
The servants of
Slave Bible.
the slave, the plantation Christianity and the slave Bible. Pushing that on your mind to where you don't know where this world's up. But now that the prophets are on the street giving you the full truth, we know who's who and what's what. I need to go back to Thessalonians.
And think to change the times and the laws, and they shall be given into his hands until a time and times and dividing of time.
That spirit of him having it, where he can control the world like that, it was the time of his blessing, which he had to do on the earth. That time was pretty much up, but he lived it though. He lived to the end, but it's pretty much over now. Okay, so now we got to move into this new regime of the Hebrew Israelites under the power of the Most High, Yahweh, and his son Yahweh Shai, ruling the earth again. Okay? No matter what, I don't care how much you like, crab legs and whatever the hell you like on this planet, it's gotta change, man. All the wickedness on this planet gotta be done away with. This whole subject. Okay, go ahead back to 2 Thessalonians.
I read verse 4. What you want me to read?
I want you to keep going
to 8.
Yeah, to 8.
Verse 5. Remember ye not that when I was yet with you, I told you these things, and now you know what withholdeth that he might be revealed in this time.
When Paul was actually with the church in Thessalonica, Thessalonica, as I've heard it said from people over there, he actually broke the whole truth down to that church. But in this letter that he's writing, this epistle he's writing back to him, hey, don't you remember I broke all this down to you? Don't let your thoughts be swayed because I'm not around. Okay? So we're remembering the fact that the truth hasn't changed, that these Edomites are going to try to be in power and do these things. because they were in the Roman Empire back then still ruling. They exalted themselves as Zeus and so on and so forth. All these gods and deities. Well, even until now, he's still on that high level that he can't be fucked with. I was trying to find a clean way to say it. I can't. He can't be fucked with. Go ahead, huh?
Hell yeah.
For the mystery of iniquity doth already work.
Yeah, he had stacked up a whole bunch of offenses, but he was able to hide those offenses. Or the people that was able to find out those offenses didn't have power to step up and say nothing. But now with the internet and the times that have changed, the time that we're coming into, we're able to go on the internet and show you, hey, these are postcards from when you were hanging all the children of Israel, when you were demolishing. These are books that you were doing, documenting what you did to the children of Israel. And now it's witnessing against you. Hey, these are the things that you're still doing. You know, we're over here in America or whatever, but we can watch what you're doing in the Middle East.
Hey,
the technology that's out there.
Just like they have footage of Jake robbing a liquor store, doing some wicked shit. There's footage of them doing all these things to our people, man.
That's right. There's evidence of it.
There's evidence, man.
Clear evidence.
I got to preview real quick.
And there's just like old documentation that's coming up from slave trade and things of that nature, where they're tracing it back and say, oh, where did they get it from? They got it from over here. They got these people from over here. The whole 9 yards. So you get all the information. You can't hide information anymore. Anything you need.
Yeah, I found. If you use this technology at all, it's locked in forever.
I found two documents online of slave manifests, cargo slave ship. Where put the name in there.
We got this many slaves on the boat. We got to be sold. We can get there for this price, so on and so forth.
Men, women, child. I got to pre real quick, and then you can go back to that. Daniel 12:4. But thou, O Daniel, shut up the words and seal the book.
And so don't get mad because the prophets are here and now the book is open, because the pastor's been lying to you for so long. Because you tried to read the book yourself and you heard it from somewhere else, and it don't line up to the things we're saying. We're able to speak boldly because the books are now, the seals are now being opened. The book is now open. But the book was sealed off. You can go back to Isaiah when the book was being sealed. This and then this here in Daniel, and also in Revelation where the seals are being opened.
Yeah, when it says who is worthy to open the seals, Yahushua.
Through his spirit has now opened up the words of the prophecies. Okay, revealing the end times. Right?
And seal the book even to the time of the end.
Until this time. That's how we know that this is the end time, because this is the one breakdown in this Bible. And it's one of the earlier versions of the Bible, not the earliest. But we're going back into that to break down the things from history, even though it's been interpreted so many different ways. The true seals have been opened up in this book. Okay? We're getting a full understanding from one of the earlier versions of the Bible. Okay? We can go into the Geneva Bible. It says close to what this says. It says enough to get the full truth out of it. It's not until these later years where they start changing the whole narrative of the book and putting in different things.
New translation, new King James version. You got homosexual Bibles.
Kanye.
As time went on, Esau just started, just making mockery of the scriptures.
Pretty soon the Bible was banned.
They already banned it in China.
Yeah, I did a video on this on what you posted. It was the Temptation of Christ. Yeah, what you posted. And down there in Brazil, they got some. Actually, it's on Netflix, but they shot it down in Brazil. And they made mockery of the Lord, saying he was a homosexual.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I see.
It's a homosexual comedy. The Lord. It's blasphemous.
Yeah, I forgot you remember the name of it?
The Second Temptation.
The Second Temptation of Christ or something like that. Jesus. Or it's probably Jesus when they put the word out. Something like that. Like it's a joke. Yeah, man, but it was played with biblical characters, right? And a homosexual fiction. So that's not nothing to play with, man. Okay?
That's why I said in the scriptures, he ain't gonna have no mercy, man. No mercy.
For every idle word that man shall speak, he shall give account of in the day of judgment. Go ahead,
Many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased.
Many gonna be all losing their damn mind, but knowledge in this day and time, they're gonna be all. When back in the ancient times, all the Israelites pretty much knew that this was the word, and that we had to stick to it. They knew what the Heavenly Father. They had a sense of fear. you know, even the wicked scribes and Pharisees, even they still kind of tried to keep the book to a degree, the laws of the book to a degree. But in this time, people are just all over the place. You have Israelites that are atheists. You know, that how is Satanists? And like, it's crazy.
Bro, people are running to and fro right now. You know?
They don't know which way is up. Just doing whatever they feel.
Knowledge has increased, both wickedly and righteous knowledge.
That's right, because the seals are now being opened, right?
He was still reading. Did you finish verse 8?
Okay, come.
I was on 7. For the mystery of iniquity doth already work.
All of it's being revealed of who's who and what's what. You know, all the things that you did from the time that you first came into rulership have now been stacked against you in places like stickers. That was on you. Okay, this was them.
Esau's rap sheet.
This is you. Yeah, this is you. Damn, this is you. He's so damn. All the wicked shit on earth is done by you.
This rap sheet, man, could probably circle the earth numerous times, man.
And there's plenty of stuff we don't even know about. But when we see the judgment, we gonna know it's worse than what we thought. We see, Lord, whether we are the elect and get to see this, we gonna know that everything that you're gonna take from Yahweh Shai, all the destruction you're gonna get from that man. Hey, you had to have done more. Okay, wrap that up a little bit.
For the mystery.
They were living in the modern Roman Empire. You know, and then them devils back in the pagan Roman Empire do the same thing. That's today.
Right.
You know? That's the mystery of iniquity.
We're the same people. And they left clues all over earth that they're the same people. You go to the Roman Empire, and they had columns and all of that. Hey, the United States has columns. The buildings
Buildings, the White House.
Got columns and all that structures.
Coliseum.
And it goes in the Coliseum. It even goes back to Mount Seir, which is called in Petra, Jordan. Petra, meaning rock. They went back later years and built columns on there. The eagle still with them. We know that this white man's an eagle with them.
You know what's beautiful is you talk about Rome. I mean, ancient Rome being reincarnated into America. The same way, the same traits that Rome failed, the same traits that our Americans were. You know, their military being stretched thin, their whole economic system falling. Them using the bread and circus, like the Coliseum, to distract the people while the empire was falling. You know, the same thing. Same thing that made them great was their military. Same thing that made America great.
Trying to conquer the world.
Trying to conquer the world. They conquered the known world back then. Just like America has conquered everything.
That's right.
You know, and the places they haven't conquered, they're at odds with. Iran, North Korea, where they don't have a international bank in those specific countries. You know,
embassies and whatnot.
But they still have the embassies all throughout the world.
Yeah, they got fighting between them and the government. You know?
It's just Rome with a new skin. That's it, new skin over it. You know?
No, it's good.
That was at 8 or what?
For the mystery of iniquity doth already work. Only he who now letteth will let.
Only the Most High who's allowing you to go on this long was letting you go on this long. What's the other one? What's the other scripture say? He
reaches bounds, he can't get past.
But he has bounds that you cannot pass, man. You can't go beyond. Joe, right there. Boundaries of
said his bounds that he cannot.
You know what it said? He said it that the water. He set his bounds that he cannot go past. So he's only letting you go so far. And then another one that precepts to that is when he had begun to fill his belly, then will the Most High intervene and step in.
Joe 20.
Yeah? You don't have to get go what you got.
Well, I didn't read verse 8.
Oh, so like I thought he read.
Only he who now letteth will let until he be taken out of the way. And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy
the spirit of the Lord's mouth. It says prophets coming out here. cutting you with the two-edged sword.
Going back to what you read, to make these people on fire. And
the word fire.
the word fire.
Hey, fire consumes everything, man.
Anything flammable, and he made you wood is flammable. He making you in the wood.
Done.
And it says that, and somebody can download what I want to
Fire cleanses.
And it's also a cleansing agent. I'm gonna hit this right quick. Wrap that up, and then we're going to
Obadiah chapter 1, verse 18. In the house of Joseph shall be a fire, and the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame.
The whole nation of Israel, particularly the elect in these days, okay, is going to be that fire. Why? Because we got that spirit, which is fire, the Heavenly Father that we're pushing out through this word.
In the house of Esau for stubble.
In the house of Esau for kindling, stubble, and wood. Okay, it's going to burn all things that burn. Right?
And they shall kindle in them and devour them, and there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for the Lord has spoken it.
That ain't our words. We're reading. Man, that's not our words. We're reading the book. Like bro said, make it say something else. That was clear and plain. That was clear and plain.
Esau is not done away with.
No.
When did that happen?
Yeah, show us when that happened in history, and then what was supposed to happen when that happened, the righteousness and no more wars. When did that happen?
Because I have a book called The Roman Edomites. So Esau knows they weren't done away. The Romans weren't done away. They just got, after their king fell, they got chased up into them caves, and they came in the Caucasus Mountains. They came back out, but ain't no end to no nation. Right. All the nations are back here. Ain't no in all nations. Brother, go get it.
16. I think it's no yes. Yes, warning.
There's no end to all the people?
Yeah.
It's like 1 in 9.
One.
Come.
9 is no new thing under the sun.
4 and 6. 4 and 16.
I knew it was like 10.
I was one I always never remember.
4 and 16, yep.
Ecclesiastes 4:16. There is no end of all the people, even of all that have been before them.
Hey, but in the future, the Edomites will be done away with. But if you're in the know and you can chew this, their spirits are going to be absolved into the other heathen nations. But there won't be a pure wicked race of people on the earth anymore. Okay?
And there's gonna be no more Donald Trumps walking around.
No. It may be a Olatumbo Trump, heathen version of it, but But anyway, he ain't gonna get put into the Israelites. Who all of the subject to the Israelites will be subject to the Israelites.
Israelites.
Right? Okay, that was it, right? You was done at 8 or no?
No.
Then you don't go back here.
I'm just gonna reread it.
Come.
And then shall the wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming.
And then he's going to destroy you with the brightness of his coming. When he comes back, he won't be you as a man. Okay? And you read that, matter of fact, somebody grabbed that in Revelation 27.
Revelation chapter 1, verse 7. Behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him. And they also which pierced him.
Even those in the ancient times that pierced him, proving reincarnation is real, and those people are coming back.
They're going to dig him up from some grave, some unmarked grave, and
eyeballs, eyeballs,
come on, man.
Prop them up like
Beat the shit out of
no. People are back in the flesh. Those spirits are back in the flesh. And if you didn't know about reincarnation, you missed the whole. You can't understand this book without reincarnation.
Why would it say that? Why would it say it coming to those particular men that pierced him if there was no reincarnation whatsoever? Why would the book say it?
And the book supports reincarnation. That's a key element to understanding this key variable, shall I say, to this math equation, to understanding the whole problem and the whole equation itself. Okay, to understand this Bible. Once you understand that, then you can begin to get what's going on in the world and in the Bible. Why there's people that do things that have been done in the past before.
Precept on the reincarnation. Because re means that, carne means flesh.
That's the flesh. Meaning your spirit goes back into the flesh.
Gone.
Matthew 19 and 27. Then answered Peter and said unto him, Behold, we have forsaken all and followed thee. What shall we have therefore? And Yahushua said unto them, Verily I say unto you, that ye which have followed me in the regeneration, okay, the word re means back, generation comes from gene. Your gene pool, your lineage. So that's the same word as reincarnation. When the Son of Man shall sit in the throne of his glory, ye also shall sit upon 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel.
And that's what we're out here for. Back to the original point. We're out here to wake up you people we're out here calling you in the name of the Heavenly Father. We're out here feeding you with this wisdom of the Heavenly Father. Hey, but like we said, it's a tough road, man. It's gonna be tough. But you want to go through this little bit of light affliction, where the Heavenly Father will glorify you once He rescues you, or you want to, right? Or do you want to be condemned and killed by the Lord Himself for turning your back on Him in these times, for not calling this devil out for all the wickedness that he's doing? Okay? And we know it's going to be a majority of our nation that don't come back to come into this thing. That's all right. We just want a few good men, as they say.
I got a quick read for reincarnation. This is John, chapter 9. This is Yahushua speaking to his disciples. John chapter 9, verse 27. He answered them, I have told you already, and ye did not. I got it.
That was it on that?
No, it's Luke. It's Luke 9 and 27. But I tell you of a truth, there be some standing here which shall not taste death till they see the kingdom of the Most High.
Right.
And we know.
Come
after that.
Exactly. And we know he was talking to his disciples, and all his disciples, with the exception of John, died gruesome deaths. They were beheaded,
stoned,
flayed, and
a very painful way.
Crucified upside down, all kind of shit. So we know that's talking about reincarnation, that the prophets, the 12 are back on the scene today.
And those people died thousands of years ago.
They died thousands of years ago.
When the prophets come back, like you said in Matthew,
Matthew 19 chapter, they should still judge the 12 tribes. I mean, they sit on 12 thrones.
Because you follow me in the regeneration.
Hey, John the Revelator was told that he was going to prophesy again.
The guy said it. What did he tell the guy, the righteous one that was up there on the cross with him on Alabama?
One of them was righteous, the other one was wicked. He said, "You will be with me in my kingdom." Something like that. Yeah.
Right.
I got that John the Revelator scripture. This is Revelation chapter 10 and verse 11. Because there's no what does it say? After John was banished into the island, there's no track of him leaving and prophesying again. Right. You know? And he said unto me, thou must prophesy again before many peoples and nations and tongues and kings.
Yeah, how did that happen?
When did that happen? You know? So that proves that even John the Revelator's back in the reincarnation, man.
Yeah. Again, it's a big word right there.
What we read?
So we're done with that. We better have Malachi.
Second Ezra 14 and 35. For after
34, like you said. 34, okay.
Therefore, if so be that ye will subdue your own
What does
understanding,
33 say?
and now are ye here. Okay,
See what it
let's
says?
start at 32.
Yep.
Verse 32, and for as much as he is a righteous judge, he took from you in time the thing that he had given you, and now are ye here, and your brethren among you. Therefore, if so...
What does that mean? Even in this time, we're back. We're back now. He was telling you about a time previous, and now some of you are even back now, and then we're saying it now, that even some of you are back now. That this process continues to happen over and over. And the spirit of the prophets is surges into the prophets, okay?
Therefore, if so be that ye will subdue your own understanding,
humble down to what you were taught or what you believe in your own mind, and let the words of the Most High be true, and every other man a liar. Go ahead, all right?
and reform your hearts.
Change the way your mind and reform it back to righteousness. Well, how do you know how to do that? Through the words of the Most High, through the Bible, the proper understanding. Go ahead.
Ye shall be kept alive, and after death ye shall obtain mercy.
And after death shall you obtain mercy.
Well, how you going to change? How you going to obtain mercy after death? That's what a carnal person would think. He's dead.
He didn't make it.
Yeah, it said in the book of Job that even the wicked, after when they die, they're in peace. Right? So when you go into the spiritual realm with the Heavenly Father, every spirit is at peace.
Let me get a pre real quick before you finish that.
You have one more verse, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
For after death shall the judgment come, when we shall live again.
But after death shall the judgment come, where you shall live again.
And then shall the names of the righteous be manifest, and the works of the ungodly shall be declared.
Go to 70:56. Read your precept.
This Sirach, Ecclesiastes 12 and 7. Then shall the dust return to the earth as it was, and the spirit shall return unto the Most High who gave it. So,
that's why we
yeah. But you know, the spirit goes back up to the Heavenly Father. You know, you don't just ride in the ground 6 feet under and that's it.
Go back to that 34 because I didn't realize that's what he was about to do. So basically when the spirit goes to the Most High and your body goes back to the earth, back to the dust, your flesh, you become reincarnated, and that flesh is born through process of childbearing, you know, man and woman having sex, bringing forth a child or whatever, and then the spirit goes back into that flesh. Okay, that's the process that happened where you will live out your judgment. We're going to have to read it again.
Second Ezra 14 and 35, for after death shall the judgment come, when we shall live again.
Yep, well the judgment come where you shall live again. That's why people come back and got all these crazy conditions and different judgments that they
ailments.
Yeah, got ailments and certain retarded was I'm gonna say Siamese twins and down all types of judgments.
You said Siamese twin?
All types of things that you gotta live with now because
you mean
after you get the scripture of Yahushua the blind man, disciple.
Oh yeah, Khan.
Yeah, Khan. Who sinned?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Is that Luke? Is that Luke?
When they say it's
who sinned? Me or his father?
John chapter 7.
Here it is, John 9 and 1. And Yahushua passed by, he saw a man which was blind from birth. And his disciples asked him, saying, Master, who did sin?
Blind from birth, man. That's a curse, man.
That's judgment from a previous, from his past, from a previous life. You know, him coming back in the flesh now, or in this time. This man or his parents, that he was born blind. Yahushua answered, neither have this man sinned nor his parents, but that the works of the Most High should be made manifest in him.
That's right. So this man, when he was living in his previous life, he was a demon. Man. You know? So the Lord, he gets you in your next life, man. You know? Exodus 20, Exodus 20 and 5.
That's it. Come back every
3 or 4 generations. You know? said for
That hate me.
yeah. Let me get it real quick.
Okay.
Don't want to misquote it.
When they say it's generation, not generational, it's genetics. It's genetics that, we have heart murmurs, diabetes, or whatever.
That's actually kind of true in a different sense. Yeah, it is, because
spiritual.
you got a long line of wicked ass family members teaching you wickedness.
That hereditary.
But we're going to have to break all of that and come to kingdom. Because these curses have been on us since the Most High, every time we went against the Heavenly Father, we were cursed heavily and more and more, to the point now we just live with these curses, and it seems like a normal thing for the so-called Negro Latino.
No, we shouldn't. We shouldn't be dealing with these elements, and that's just Jake making an excuse. Well, your mama had it, and no, we're cursed people. We went off and didn't follow the law, statutes, commandments of Yahweh Shem Shah. So that's why we're stuck in the conditions that we're in.
You got that right.
And that's why we come back. When we come back and through reincarnation, we're still under the curses.
We're born into this.
Yeah.
Exodus 20:5. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them. For I, the Lord thy power, am a jealous power, visiting and punishing the iniquity of the fathers upon the children until the third and fourth generation of them that hate me.
Yeah, so you come back as a hater every 3-4 generations, you're going to continue punishing you every 3 or 4 generations, or however many generations it take you to come back.
Yeah, when you go to go to a doctor or something like that, they give you a form that you got to fill out. They say any history of any family history of diabetes, heart pressure,
And you see the family that skips generations on certain things too. It might have been the good people that don't deserve that place. I didn't mean to cut you off. What you were about to say? You were saying something about you was going back
it's the family history of ailments.
certain elements.
Because my father he has eczema and I have eczema. So it's passed down.
The skin irritation.
Second Esdras 14:35. For after death shall the judgment come.
After the spirit goes to the Heavenly Father and your flesh goes into the dirt, then the spirit goes back to the Heavenly Father, it says.
For when we shall live again,
we're going to have an opportunity to live again. We're going to put back down on earth in the flesh.
And then shall the names of the righteous be manifest, and the works of the ungodly shall be declared.
Yeah, then we're going to know who's who. Because we're gonna see how they judgment plays out.
Who's calling out the works of the ungodly, man? The righteous, man. That's why the righteous gonna be manifest, man. Because they calling out the wicked deeds of these people.
Right. Hold that for me in 756. It's another good class. I want to go to that. But he had both of those.
About judgment. Judgment is through the reincarnation. You come back, and judgment. This is where you are. The Heavenly Father judges you.
Whether it could be a good judgment or it could be a bad judgment.
Ecclesiastes chapter 3 and verse 15. That which had been is now, and that which is to be, and that which is to be hath already been. And Yahweh requireth that which is past. And moreover, I saw under the sun the place of judgment, that wickedness was there, and the place of righteousness, that iniquity was there. What's that place under the sun? That's the earth, man.
Yeah, we was talking about the Roman Empire, the pagan Roman Empire. America's the modern Roman Empire. They just call it by different names. Different, Jesus Christ. It was what's
like the heathens got their gods, Zeus, Jupiter, Isis,
Saturn.
Saturn. Those are the heathens. They
got the
they regenerate or reincarnate their gods, their idols.
And their philosophy.
Semiramis.
Yeah, Semiramis.
ISIS.
I got something to back up with you. Genesis chapter 6 verse 5, it says, and the Most High saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth, and that every imagination of the thoughts of his heart was only evil continually. And the Most High repented And it repented the Most High that he had made man on the earth, and it grieved him in his heart. And that the Lord Yahweh said, I will destroy man whom I have created from the face of the earth, both man and beast, and the creeping thing, and the fowls of the air, for it repented me that I have made them, because under the whole heaven there was only iniquity, and what was the other thing it said? And wickedness? So when you come down here and you come out and play out that, now if you can go to 7 and 56, Baba Kushal. Second Ezra. Either he grab it or whoever, bro.
Second Ezra 7:56, and it reads, "For while we lived and committed iniquity, we considered not that we should begin to suffer for it after death."
We didn't think that we would. How do you suffer for something after death?
Right.
Because you put back in the flesh to play out the judgment, you know. Okay, and now if you've been wicked, which until these statutes, laws, and commandments are put into us perfectly in the second covenant, we've all been full of iniquity and wickedness. Okay, that's why that's not the standard of what the elect will be judged off of. The faith and the works will be what we're judged off of. Okay, continue.
Verse 57, "Then answered he me and said, This is the condition of the battle."
This is the condition of the battle. Now go ahead and read it. I'm going to read it first.
"Which man that is born upon the earth shall fight."
When you're born, you're put back in, your spirit is put back into a flesh, and you're born. Get Wisdom of Solomon 7
Kind.
at the top. Hold that.
Fight. When you're born, man, your body fights against you, man.
Yeah.
Kind.
You know? That's why you got white blood cells.
Yep.
Red blood
You know?
cells.
Yep.
That's why you got blood cells that attack the different pathogens, bacteria, viruses inside your body.
Part of your immune system.
Yep.
It's fighting.
It just says, I think Joe was talking about that. Right?
Hey, that's this. I told
you,
Brother Graham.
That man's always against odds, at war with himself, at war with his. Your spirit is always at war with your flesh, and you that let your flesh get the victory, man. You the ones that's died, like the guy out there in Jersey City. That was a carnal man that lost the battle of spirit versus flesh. If that was even a true Israelite, you know.
He was Jake, but
Or
he wasn't.
you know what I'm saying? I'm talking about people
Or
that
even
believe.
if that was a true story.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
You know, that was all actors.
It looked real fake.
They probably
gotta
just
keep reading that.
put that
This-
nigga face
this
up
was happening.
out of nowhere.
Oh yeah, Salaki.
It's Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 7 and 1. I myself also am a mortal man, like to all, and the offspring of him that was first made of the earth.
Adam.
In my mother's womb was I fashioned to be flesh in the time of 10 months.
Breaking down the full birth situation of how a man upon earth after Adam was born upon the earth, right?
Being compacted in blood of the seed of man and the pleasure that came with sleep. And when I was born, I drew in the common air, I fell upon the earth, which is of like nature, and the first voice which I uttered was crying, as all others do.
Yep. Everybody's interest to the life comes like that now. Okay?
It can't, cause it's really, birth is really bitter, you know.
Yeah.
Like I believe I forgot who said it, but they said when a baby is born, you should cry, and when someone leaves the earth, you know, you should rejoice at that moment, you know. Cause like the brother said, that's when the battle between the flesh and the spirit, you know, when they start warring.
Yeah.
That's why Prophet Job said, why wasn't I born a stillborn, man?
Well, we gonna get that. Let's wait. We gonna get that. 'Cause that goes right in. But I want to get more meat off that.
Kind.
You right on point with that.
Which of like nature, and the first voice which I uttered was crying, as all others do. I was nursed in swaddling clothes, and that with cares, for there is no king that had any other beginning of birth. For all men have one entrance into life, and the like going out.
There's only one entrance to a woman. The vagina or C-section in these times of a woman from the seed of a man being incubated inside that woman. Okay, after insemination.
That's right.
All of that has to happen the same way, but the Most High still has to send that spirit into that flesh. And that's what Job was talking about.
God.
Wait, there's a little more. Let me see.
This is wherefore I prayed and wisdom, understanding was given me. I call it
Verse 7.
7. That's I read verse 6.
I think that's it. Let's see. That was it. That was the point. Now Job was just talking about being stillborn, meaning why did my spirit have to come down and have to go into that flesh? How come he didn't just have that body made, but he keep my flesh? That's pretty much what happens when something's stillborn. The spirit never went into that flesh to activate it.
Kind of brother.
Stuff from the top.
Yeah, I think that's top of it. You know where to jump down at?
Verse 10.
Yeah, after you first get the verse about that.
Job chapter 3, verse 1. After this, opened Job his mouth and cursed his day.
Curse his birthday.
And you look at the world, man. These people celebrate their birthdays, their kids' birthdays. It's crazy.
I get a gift which is destroying your mind because it makes you forget about all the ills that you're going through. You know, because you just got a gift.
It destroyed the heart.
Exactly right. Yep, exactly right. Yeah.
And Job spake, said, let the day perish wherein I was born, and the night in which it was said, there is a man-child conceived.
Man, that was a blessing when a man-child was born. But you want to curse that day when another man-child was born, an Israelite man-child? Yeah, because it's bitter. Life upon earth is just iniquity and wickedness and death continually.
Like America.
Curses after curses.
This is a perfect example. America.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
And America means bitter.
Yeah.
You're right. Go ahead.
Go ahead, bro.
Verse 4. Let the day be darkness. Let not Yahweh regard it from above. Neither let the light shine upon it. Con.
Yeah. Hold that right quick.
Let me get some.
Deuteronomy 28, and I'm gonna have you grab 20, but then I want you to jump over to 41. I'm looking around as another one.
I'll start here.
It's Deuteronomy 28 and 20. The Lord shall send upon thee cursings, vexation, and rebuke in all that thou settest thy hand unto for to do until thou be destroyed and until thou perish quickly because of the wickedness of thy doings whereby thou hast forsaken me.
So everything that we put our hands to, everything that we try to do, every time we try to prosper, the Most High is gonna destroy it ultimately. You know, in anything that we try to prosper in, at the end we may prosper a little bit, but at the end of it, the Most High is going to destroy it. It's going to destroy it. If we can't prosper here, that's part of the curses. All right, us being born in the society, us, you know, we're not in, you know, only time there was peace was 40 years from King Solomon in the garden. That's it. Throughout the whole existence of the world. And ever since then, our people have been catching hell. All right? We from what, verse 15?
You caught hell before that.
Yeah. Verse 15 all the way to 68.
Good.
Yeah.
Go to 41. That's good.
Genesis 28 and 41. Thou shalt beget sons and daughters, but thou shalt not enjoy them.
You gonna, and that's just a generational curse, like we were talking about. Whether it was our parents, or our great grandparents, down to our grandparents, down to our parents, down to us, down to our children. The cycle continues to continue of birthing children that are born into these curses.
You can't enjoy your children, and especially in this society. Your kids go to these wicked schools. You see your kids be in school more times than they be with you. The only times you get to see your children is on the weekend. You know, and that's probably cut short. So you have, like I said, you take what it says. I'm gonna read it again. Thou shalt beget sons and daughters, and thou shalt not enjoy them. You can't even enjoy your children. You can't teach them things because Esau is now teaching them things.
You teach them something about being not to don't follow pagan religion or holidays or nothing like that. But the school reinforces it right under your nose.
You're playing tug of war with the government over your children.
And then you're demonized if they're not in that mix. that herd of wicked people. If you're trying to pull them out of that.
Yeah. Yep.
Get the rest of that money.
But thou shalt not enjoy them, for they shall go into captivity.
They're born into captivity.
Yeah.
You can't enjoy it because they're born into captivity. Go to 6. They're born right into captivity. So they're born, and how is that possible? Because you're born with a social security number, a birth certificate, all these things stamp you, especially to live in a land like America. All these things stamp you into labor and work and trouble, and if you don't work hard enough, you don't get to eat.
And then
Vaccinations and the whole 9 yards.
That are mandatory to what?
right. And then once you get older, you got to get a ID. You know?
Yeah, you gotta get ID.
Whether you got a
Which is
driver's license or not.
Yep,
You need
you
a
gotta
state
have.
ID.
They gotta know who are you. But see, that's why Esau wants to take that out the system and at birth put that right in your children. And you live with that the whole life.
And they're doing it. They're already because they'll ask you now, they'll be generous enough to ask you. Now they're just doing it. They're gonna chip you. And whether the parents know or not.
Yep. And there's cases of that already coming out.
Go ahead. Because I did a lesson on it. I think it's in Canada where they were saying people were stealing babies out of hospitals or something like that, just to push that agenda, just to push the narrative that we need this. This is something you need. Don't you want to be secure?
Hire another nanny to watch the babies.
Yeah.
Yeah, what they do, they go to the woman first.
Oh yeah. Like they do with the vaccines.
Yeah.
Oh, so do you want this, and this shot? No, we don't want none of that shit.
Hey,
I'm asking her.
Like the serpent in the garden.
Went to the woman.
Yeah, went to the woman.
Wicked vessel.
Verse 63. Deuteronomy 28:63, and it shall come to pass that as the Lord rejoiced over you to do you good.
Yep. That was the original estate of why He gave us these statutes, laws, and commandments, so He could give us this wisdom to live righteously on the earth, and He would rejoice over us that we would do good upon these statutes, laws, and commandments. The problem is, we couldn't keep it. We didn't keep it. We couldn't keep it. But so now our children are born into what it's about to say now.
And to multiply you, so the Lord will rejoice over you to destroy you.
Now He's going to rejoice over you to destroy you.
And
because He sees that there's nothing but evil coming from you. Isaiah 3. It's Isaiah 1. It's hope.
And to bring you to naught, and ye shall be plucked from off the land, whether thou goest to possess it.
So we went from having the best land on the planet to the worst lands on the planet.
Yeah.
He plucked us, He destroyed us with curse after curse, plucked us even out of the most righteous and perfect land until we're down into the ghettos and the barrios and the res and all these other places now. And they're under captives here, the worst captives ever, and oppressors here in America.
I say the people on the res literally live on the worst part of the land.
Literally.
You know?
They don't even let the ghetto, regular people live on there because it's reserved for them.
Yep.
And I know, I thought about this. Esau was hoping that these people would build that land back up, that He'd take that from them after they completed something else. They're like, man, we've been running this game back and forth. We ain't doing that. Plus, you ain't feed us with shit. You feed us with some BS. Let us live the way it's supposed to be, with the proper seeds and nourish the earth the way it's supposed to, land Sabbaths and everything else. Right. Because Esau knows if he gives us that, what'll happen? We're going to build our strength up and come up and fight against this devil. Why don't you keep reading it?
Okay.
Verse 64.
Yep.
And the
So
Lord
he plucked us up out the land, and then He's going to do what?
and the Lord shall scatter thee among all people.
Then He scattered us all over, but we don't even know who we are no more.
Yeah.
So our identity is gone. Wait, where's that at? He said discontinue from thine heritage.
Jeremiah 17:4.
17:4. Robert, you saw somebody doing that. Not you. If you can grab it or we'll go out there and got a moment.
You want to see one?
Yep.
Where?
2, 3. Just hold on to it.
It's Jeremiah 17:4.
Oh yeah.
And thou even thyself shalt discontinue from thy heritage that I gave thee, and I will cause thee to serve thy enemies in the land which thou knowest not. For ye have kindled a fire in my anger, which shall burn forever.
And and that's going back to what we just read, where the Lord said, the devourers.
Pluck us out the land. We don't know who we are no more. We don't know where everybody.
We kindled that fire.
And then
It said, and the Lord will rejoice over. This is back in Deuteronomy 28:63. Rejoice over you to destroy you.
Yeah.
And hey, that's the
fire.
Yeah.
Rejoicing now to punish us for not keeping the commandments. You know, to destroy us. All the way till He plucks us even up out the land. We discontinue from our heritage because we're mingled among the other heathens. Now we to the point that we even have, we may look like the heathen even though we're still Israelites, but we're keeping the customs of the heathen. To where our own heritage and customs are not being followed no more. That the name of Israel be no more in remembrance.
We're taking on the customs of the heathens.
Yep.
You know, wherever we dwell. All right, it's Jakes all over the planet, but they're Jakes that's indulging in Buddhism. It's Jakes that's in following after Kemet and you know the Egyptology, all these you know Islam. You know, that's, Jakes is heavy in that because we're scattered, but we think since we grew up amongst those people, we're around those people, we think that we're all those people. But no, you Israelites that have the spirit of an Israelite living amongst these heathens are Israelites. You're not Ishmaelites or Arabs or Moabites.
Yeah. You can just keep naming all the other nations.
All the nations, all the 17 other nations.
Yeah.
You're Israelites. All right, back to the verse in 28:64.
Yeah.
And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people from one end of the earth even to the other, and thou shalt serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone.
Even useless things on the earth, like wood and stone that have no life.
That people put up and exalt the cobblestone, the crucifix.
Yep.
You know, all these are just
idols that made with wood and stone, sculpted into these other gods. The cycle continues to happen over and over and over, and our people are fall headlong into it.
Yeah.
And the Heavenly Father is furious with it. But it's coming to the point that we're about to wake up out of it through the elect, but the 2/3 are they just keep digging deeper and deeper into that BS.
ISIS disguised as the Virgin Mary.
But even the Lord Himself told us don't worship Mary. So
I'm super stupid.
In Luke, the 11th chapter, he said,
woman,
rose up. He spoke something great.
Saying, bless is the path. Bless is the womb.
That is so. He said, rather.
Blessed he who hear the word and keep it.
You
know?
He shut that shit down real quick.
Exactly. And that's his own mama.
Yeah.
But you, Jace, can't get over your mama. Your mama tell you something. No, the woman was saying, blessed is the woman. That wasn't
they was worshiping the woman back in the Roman Empire.
Right. He said, no, don't give her credit for that. Blessed is him that here, you know, she did what she was supposed to do. She didn't do nothing special. Special is the word of the, put the emphasis back on the word of the Lord. There's more on there. You have something to go right now? Go with that.
If you want to finish that.
Finish that. That's what
this is the next verse is 65. We keep going.
Yeah, keep going. All the way to 67.
And among the nations thou shalt find no ease. Neither shall.
This is what you're born into. You're born into finding no ease. Things don't come easy for you. Okay? No. So when you're born on earth, you're pissed. Like you ever see them babies that's born with a fucking mean
caption on it? Damn it.
It's like they spirit knows. I just came from glory and I gotta come down to this shit, man. Fuck. The babies had that look. I just seen a meme that had that on.
And among the nations thou shalt find no ease, neither shall thy soul of thy foot have rest, but the Lord shall give thee.
You come to earth, you gotta work. You can't chill at all. You don't get to enjoy nothing.
No days off.
No days. You just get to come here and get oppressed continually. Go ahead.
But the Lord shall give thee there a trembling heart.
Hey, then you got fear and all of that going on here. And that was one of the curses that was up above, like 22 or something like that. It'll give you what did it say? Establishment of heart and so on and so forth.
Smite you with madness.
Let you drive and shit, and the law get behind.
There you go. You took it right out of my mouth.
You ain't did shit wrong, bro.
Tell you.
You ain't did shit wrong.
Switch lane.
You're thinking like, man, should I switch? Like, you can't even fucking concentrate.
I just go straight.
You get turned
I
down.
just go straight.
Even if you gotta make it right, bro.
I missed it. I come back. He turn out over there. I go back.
I set my car in whatever the speed limit is, cruise control at that fucking that speed limit. Like, look, man, I was in cruise control. You can't say I was in shit.
It's illegal to look, but still, it's illegal to use cruise control on the streets. Like, oh shit! You can only use it on the highway. Like, they'll find a reason to oppress you in this society. You're born into that. When you have children upon the earth in the condition it is now, with the wicked man ruling the earth, that's what you're born into. It's just continually fucked up for you every day.
Just oppression.
Yep.
Oppression. That's what you're born into. Oppression.
Trembling of heart and failing of eyes and sorrow of mind.
So your mind can't be easy at your mind. You're always worried about shit. Your eyes can't.
You're always thinking about something you got to do. You have no peace of mind here. You're worried about what's your woman doing, what your kids doing. You know, you got this bill to pay. You can't rest. You know.
Well, I work graveyard shift, man. I get 2 to 4 hours of sleep average. You know, majority of sleep I get is on my days off. You know, that's 2 days off.
So you really ain't got no days off because you're sleeping the majority of the time. There's no rest in this place.
It's rejuvenating.
And thy life shall hang in doubt before thee.
Hang in doubt before thee. You know, you got Jakes in the ghettos, they shooting up each other over a color.
Yeah.
You know?
Over a block, a street.
Block of street. That belongs to white. The street that belongs to Esau.
Street with Esau's name.
That Compton. That's right.
And thou shalt fear day and night, and thou shalt have no assurance of thy life.
No assurance. Hey, think about it. You don't have assurance. Not even the fact that you don't know if you're gonna eat. You can be killed at any moment. You could be going to work and get killed randomly. Going to feed your family, and I'm talking about whether you're going out to the jungle to hunt or whatever, you can be killed. There's no assurance of that life. The beautiful thing is the Most High is gonna set it up to where we don't ever have to worry about none of that. We're not gonna have a care in the world as far as trouble. Not at all in the kingdom of heaven. That's what we're out here fighting for. To be the elite of a world that's like that.
He just read it. He said stop at 67? I'm at 76?
67.
No, 70. No, 67. I'm saying 76. Yeah, okay. Let me read 67 in that. You get it.
In the morning thou shalt say, with the Most High, it were even.
In the morning you're gonna wish it was night, and it's gonna say in the night you're gonna wish it was morning.
And at even thou shalt say, with the Most High, were it morning.
Damn, I wish he would make it morning. Cause look, you wake up in the morning, damn, I gotta deal with all this shit today. I wish it was night and the shit was over. Then at night, you get to night, you get through all of that. Like, damn, I gotta go to sleep. I'm gonna have nightmares and dreams, and I gotta wake up to another day. Man, you just never are gonna be at ease in anything you do in this society. And when we're born, sent back to serve the judgment, to serve the punishment back on the earth, you know, it says suffer for it after death, we gotta deal with this every day.
Yeah.
This is the life we live.
Why? Because the wicked is bearing rule.
Yep.
Acquainted with grief. It's just like, because the wicked is in rule.
For the fear of thy heart wherewith thou shalt fear, and for the sight of thy eye which thou shalt see.
And we see Jake getting plucked off, and that just puts we see our people getting plucked off, running away from the scene. They don't try to chase you down and kill you. They just shoot to kill. They don't wound you. They shoot to kill. They see just every turn is just something bad happening to our people, and that puts the rest of our people in line with the oppressor, man.
Well, I think of my son, and I'm thinking like, damn, he's happy now because I'm thinking where he takes captivity, but where he came from, his last reincarnation on the earth, that plantation was probably fucked up compared to what he in now, but it's more wicked now.
Yep.
So it's like it's gonna get worse. And you know, I'm just thinking like, damn.
And I think I'm gonna bring up my son also. My son has a condition, right? So damn, what did you do in your past life to come to be born with this condition? Like this is the terrible ass life that we have to deal with. But when we get these new bodies and in the kingdom of heaven and all of that, we're gonna rejoice every day, man. We're gonna wake up singing praise to
Everlasting joy.
We're gonna give praise to Yahweh Shemar Shai. We're gonna worship Yahweh Shemar Shai every day in the kingdom, man.
Right. You got it, huh?
Ecclesiastes 4 and 1.
That's a long time ago.
Hey, but it's talking about oppression.
Right, it goes, yeah.
4 and 1. Ecclesiastes. So I returned and considered all the oppressions that are done under the sun.
So like it was 16 we read.
Yeah.
So okay, this goes.
So I returned and considered all the oppressions that are done under the earth, under the sun, and behold, the tears of such as were oppressed, and they had no comfort.
That was us, and that was a messed up situation because most of our people, and Malachi 1, was that what you was holding Malachi? Or was holding something else about it? When he was saying that wherein has thou loved us? Because we don't see that the Heavenly Father sent us nothing. Because to those that think that way, they didn't get sent the Spirit. They didn't get sent the Comforter to be able to break this down. They weren't given faith or grace or woken up out of this thing. They're sitting there just seeing that this is just the way life is. I'm just oppressed all the time. It's just the way life's supposed to be. They don't even consider the oppression that we get something wrong with that.
And on the side of their oppressors there was power, but they had no comforter. Wherefore I praise the dead which are already dead more than the living which are yet alive.
Because why? Because those that are alive got to deal with all the bullshit we've been reading about.
Job 4 yet? I mean,
3.
3? You read that?
Yeah, we were on Job 3.
We jumped down already too, didn't we?
No,
We don't get it. We don't get it. And that's the thing. We got to deal with this terrible. We got a bunch of stuff. There's a bunch of things that we got to deal with every day. Just being alive. But when you're in the spirit world, you ain't got to worry about your stomach growling. You ain't got to worry about your knee and back pains. Nothing.
Payments,
Tired. No such payments. None of that.
Oh, man.
That's the life. But see, the Most High is as in heaven, on earth as it is in heaven.
Yep.
So that's what we're trying to get to. It's going to be that good for us on earth as it is in heaven.
1 Corinthians 15.
Right.
Where we're taking another eye, we're going to be transformed. We're going to have the glory of the spiritual realm and on the flesh.
Kind of new bodies.
And new bodies, yeah.
Verse 3, yeah, better is he than both they which have not yet been, who has not seen the evil work that is done under the sun.
Yep. I'm sorry, I missed what's up. What an evil work that's done under the sun?
Yeah, better is he than both they which have not yet been, who have not seen the evil work that is done under the sun.
Yeah, but if you ain't been on the earth, man, you're doing good. Because you ain't have to deal with all the wickedness and the vexationist like Lot. You lived in a wicked ass like shit, us here in Vegas.
Come.
We get to see evil continually. Hey, yeah, it's wonderful that you can go get a drink, you're oppressed, you go get a drink any time of night, but what does that mean for people that's unresponsible? I mean, there's always a slew of drunk drivers doing shit.
At the same time, you might not be able to get a drink because you gotta work. You gotta work in the morning. Or if you get pulled over and you straight, you can drive. Esau may give you a DUI and that ruin your life.
Hey, kind of like something that's with us being in Vegas, hey, we don't have to. Since Vegas is open 24/7, man. Brothers' work schedules are conflicting here. Because everything is open. You like the brother say you got to work a graveyard shift. That don't happen everywhere,
Yeah, certain cities shut down.
Kind.
These are 24-hour cities, so it's like we don't get to spend time with brothers like we want to. We can't fellowship. That's part of the curses. It's like, man, we like the fellowship. We like to be around brothers, but we really could do it when we can.
Gun.
You know, it's not an option where, you know, and you know, it's just fucked up here, man. And I don't see how any of you jakes out there that want to continue to dwell here and live here find any peace. You'll never find peace here in America. You never have peace of mind. Or we'll always be a cursed people as long as Esau, Edom is ruling. You know, what it says, we just quoted it earlier, when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn, the people are mourning. You know, we've been in a more...
Name a Jake that wake up like, yeah, I'm going to work today. I don't know one that just loves to go to work for somebody else to make them money.
Even if you're working from home.
Yeah, you work at home, you still...
Even if you own your own business, you like, damn, you know, when you own your own business, you gotta be more really on it than someone going to work for somebody else, because that's your livelihood. If you don't do it, you ain't gonna eat. You know?
Now you're paying more in taxes.
Yeah.
Oh man, you own your own business, bro.
Oh, we were just talking about that shit. Like,
man.
it's like
families depend on you.
You can work 80 hours in a week, and Esau gonna take damn near 15% of your money. You know? And they give you all this shit like 401ks to make you think like you know, you can get it late. You know, fuck all that, man. You still trapped in this system, in this society, in this and then under the curses, man. You ain't not gonna prosper here in America.
I got something. You got it.
You got something. Baruch chapter 3 and verse 7. And for this cause thou hast put thy fear in our hearts, to the intent that we should call upon thy name.
And I had the brother start with this instead of jumping right to 8, because the fear, we're looking at everything. Like when I came into the truth, quick testimony, when I came into the truth, I started seeing the agenda of this damn devil. I was like, oh shit, how am I gonna stop this, man? How am I gonna survive this? Me and my family, how am I gonna have a chance? Not long after that, the truth came. Okay? And I was just into like Illuminati videos and all this type of stuff.
I was the same way.
Like this man,
and then when you hear the word, you know, and you hear the word and you hear the brothers preaching the word, and they putting everything together with the Illuminati videos and the left hand energy, the elites and all that shit. Everything starts to click. Ultimately we were quickened with the spirit. So
the big picture is now coming into focus, and we can see how this makes sense. But that same fear is what made us have to turn and come out here, because fear is why we're out here teaching this word. Okay, that fear is the same reason why we're out here trying to earn our salvation. We're scared if we don't.
And put it like this:
how bad it would be.
We don't fear Esau. We fear Yahweh Shem Yahushua.
Thank you.
You know, because you say fear because we're out here. No, we don't fear Esau. We don't fear nothing you can do to our bodies. The toxins, the poisons you put in our food. We don't fear that.
We fear that the Most High can punish us through this devil, punish us through the missiles, punish us through famine or whatever else. That we don't have an answer to none of this, because we understand that he's who makes all this happen.
Let me get this real quick. This is 2 Timothy 1 and 7. For the Most High have not given us a spirit of fear, but power of power, of love, and of sound mind.
Yep. He grounded us with a sound mind, and not to have fear. Not for things on the earth, but we do have fear for Yahweh though. Okay, and what he can do to us. Okay, if we don't preach this gospel. Okay, go back to that.
Verse 7. And for this cause thou hast put thy fear in our hearts, to the intent that we should call upon thy name. And praise thee.
But for all the scourges, they were not here. What it said in 2 Timothy 16, famine, the list of
scourges of mimics.
For scourges of mimics.
Yeah.
Got it right quick. Trying to show you, trying to let the scriptures speak. And this is a good way to deal with this devil, man. So he can't slander you and catch you, entrap you with your word. Make him entrap you with the words of the book.
That's right.
And that's what's about to happen. You're about to have to try to take these books out.
It's
16 and 17.
It's okay.
Or 18 or somewhere right about.
Yeah, I started 17.
It's 2nd Ezra 16, verse 17. Woe is me, woe is me. Who will deliver me in those days? The beginning of sorrows and great mourning, the beginning of famine.
It's like the brother read earlier about the not being a comforter for us. You know, but he did send a comforter for us. It just wasn't given unto you.
Beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the powers shall stand in fear. The beginning of evils, what shall I do when these evils shall come? Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendments.
Read the next line.
But for these things they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges.
But our people still not going to hear it. But the electors don't hear it. Those that are called are going to hear it.
That's what scourges are, those corrections.
Yep.
Like, yo, I'm doing this to you, I'm fucking you up so you can get right.
And you're supposed to realize he's jacking us up like that, so we have fear to call upon his name.
Exactly.
It brings us right back to that verse.
Yep.
Yeah,
like brother said, like you discipline a child. Like, look, I'm gonna whoop your ass now, but I don't want to have to do it no more. But if you continue to fuck up, hey, more punishment's coming, more ass whoopings is coming, and that's what the Heavenly Father's doing right now. All right, and that ultimate ass whooping is them thermonuclear fires and that concentrated fire from the chariots. That's the ultimate. That's the ass whooping that you ain't gonna never forget.
You know the messed up part? I thought about this. The missiles coming after the famine, after you starve half
the missiles are just here to cleanse the land, pretty much. Just to cleanse it all, you know?
But you're going to get the man.
Yeah, you gonna,
if you make it through
Israelites.
If you make it through all that and then you get the miss, boy,
you've been through some shit.
The Lord had it for you.
The Lord had it for you because in the back of your mind, when you're thinking like, oh man, the Lord's dealing with me. I'm making it. I made it through famine and this and this, you know, and the Lord's building you up to ultimately destroy you 2/3 niggas, man. It's gonna be righteous. It's gonna be beautiful.
It's a scary thing, man.
And for this cause, thou hast put thy fear in our hearts, to the intent that we should call upon thy name and praise thee in our captivity.
And to praise you in our captivity, even though we're in a bad situation, we rejoice that we be partakers of your sufferings, okay, of the sufferings of Yahweh Shai Mashiach, okay? So we can be with exceeding. Matter of fact, somebody did that in that Peter, 1 Peter 4. Started 12. Hold on, let me finish this though.
I see you on Chicago answer.
Don't worry about that. Keep going.
For we have called to mind all the iniquity of our forefathers that sinned before thee. Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity.
We're still in captivity. Y'all ain't free. They call America the land of the free. You're not free.
You can't even go to another country without paperwork.
You can't go to the bar. You can be 60 years old with gray hair. You can't go in there without ID if they don't know you. Like, it's that bad. But you can go to war at 18 now. But you can't have a drink in that same bar without ID
Bro,
at 21.
Esau pull you over, he want everyone in the car's ID.
Yeah, he want everybody. I wasn't even driving. I told somebody, my best friend was pissed. He got pulled over. I was like, let me see your IDs. I said, is there a problem? I'm just a passenger. What do I need to show you my ID? He was right. My best friend looked at me like, what are you doing? I was like, no, but I had it out, handed to him, but I'm like, you need to see mine, I'm just a passenger. But that just goes to show
you ain't free.
You ain't free. I just checked who was in the car. Like, why? I'm not a mass murderer, I'll tell you. I'll tell you who I am.
This is the land of the free, home of the slave.
They're free, right?
Gone.
Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity, where thou hast scattered us for a reproach and a curse.
We were scattered here for a reproach and a curse. We were reading the curses about the scattering and all the bad things that was going to happen to us here and our children in Deuteronomy 28.
And to be subject to payments.
And to be subject to payments. The only way that we can survive on the earth is to go through these payments, to make these payments, to continually pay this man. Just to live with we got to pay for water.
Hey, thou shalt go to your enemies for the want of all things.
Yep.
Everything, it's nothing free in this society. You can't grow your own food. You know, to start your own business, you got to go through Esau. You got to get a business license. You got to pay all type of fees for that. There's nothing free in here. You can't. To make money, you got to have money. You got to spend money. You know, you can't even, if you have a service you provide, you got to get a license for that. You have a talent, you got to go through Esau for that. All right, so you ain't free. You know, and you're not going to be free. The one that said that's free, really, the elect is this truth. What does it say? John 8 and you should know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. We're free in our minds spiritually free, but we ultimately want to be free from these bonds from Esau, from America. You know, we want our nation to be free as a nation, their minds. You know. Who has something?
We still rapping. Let him rap.
Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity, where thou hast scattered us for a reproach and a curse, and to be subject to payments according to all the iniquities of our fathers, which departed from the Lord our power.
Yeah, we're picking up the tab for our forefathers for what they did, even though ultimately it was us through the process of reincarnation which we went through. But still, we still have to deal with that. And all those iniquities are coming back to where this is the life that we're living now, that we have to live it this way. Okay? But for all the scourges and the corrections and the payments and the terrible life we live, our people, the majority of our people, think this is the way it's supposed to be. They're happy living in the ghettos and then going work in the good neighborhoods. You know, I bought rims on my car, but you can get a ticket in that car and it can be taken from you. You can get in an accident tomorrow and it be totaled out.
So you don't have no.
You be at fault.
You have a drunk driver rear in you, and you ain't get shit
because you didn't get the proper coverage.
Exactly.
Man, you got it, bro.
Haggai chapter 1, verse 5.
Yes.
Now therefore, thus saith the Lord of hosts, consider your ways.
That's the right point. Perfect.
Ye have sown so much and bring in little.
Well, it tells you for all the for all the scourges, they still will not. What did it say? For all the scourges, they what did it say? They will still not hearken or something.
They won't turn from their wickedness.
They won't turn from their wickedness. But it's saying, consider your ways. That's why you're going through this. That's why what he's reading right now, you got to consider those ways. Go ahead, up.
Ye have sown so much and bring in little.
You work for so much for something, but you don't get so much more.
And Trump, he said, you African Americans built up America.
Yeah.
You know, you built this place up.
Yeah.
What do we get for it?
Yeah.
Where are we at? Still at the fucking bottom.
Yeah.
We sown so much and bring in little.
Yeah. Right.
You know?
That's proof of the curse, right?
Ye eat, but ye have not enough.
Yeah, hey, we eat cheap ass food, we have dinner, but we still don't get enough to where we're satisfied.
Bro, I was looking at, I was watching this show where these Edomites was cooking. They were like, you know, it was one of these on Food Network. And like, it's the minerals, not the minerals, but the ingredients they have, how they make that shit.
Yeah,
man, that shit's way, they actually making the shit from scratch.
Yeah.
Jake, what we do?
Microwave and process.
Seasoning salt, garlic, salt, pepper, that's it. They really season this shit where you can really taste the flavor and Jake's ain't got none of that shit.
Like I seen a Edomite on like a cooking thing. He cut up a tomato and then put it in a dehydrator and then like crushed it up to where like he like grinded it and then he put that on top of the meat and then cooked the meat with the tomato. I was like, damn.
Just to add another layer.
Yeah, I was like, damn.
Hey, Jake don't, you know, some Jake is trying to catch on to it, but not really. You know, Jake will put garlic salt instead of real garlic.
Yeah.
Instead of real, put the fresh garlic on there.
Processed garlic salt. You can get the garlic, grind it up, and you know, make a paste or you know, however you want to season it.
Way better.
But that's
marinate. Use some garlic and marinate meat or whatever with it, right? Way better.
Yeah.
Way better, man. Real fresh lemon juice.
Yeah, kind of.
Jake is taking on that
lemon bottle.
Yeah, I forgot the name of it, man. It's weird. It's like lemon something, but it's like spelled funny.
Yeah.
They can take on that spirit of Esau, that fast food spirit.
Yeah, that's what I was going to go with. Yeah, you eat fast food because it's cheap, but what happens? Your body never fully gets nourished. You never get all the nutrients your body truly needs to keep you healthy, to keep your mind straight. Instead you get MSG and GMO and all things that's going to destroy your body. Hey, and they even saying, like, I'm saying it this way, that you're eating human people and feces and animal products and rats and all kinds. Like the meat quality is not there.
Yeah, the rich, they put gold on their food.
Yeah, which is a medicine
Makes it gold.
in the healing. Yeah.
Eat off gold and silver and all you Texas.
Yep, keep sickness. Hey, that's how you can tell people.
That's how we were in when King Solomon ruled, King David ruled.
Yep, we drank out of real gold cups.
And
they found some of that.
And it wasn't like we was flossing. That's actually good for your body. And, you know, it's a purifier, natural purifier for the water.
Yeah, you can take colloidal gold, colloidal silver.
Yep.
I take it, man. I take it almost every day.
Yep. I've been taking it. I had to break for a little while, but then I'm going to start back. If you don't want to take it too long, we're good. Go ahead,
Verse 6, ye sow so much and bring in little, ye eat, but ye have not enough. Ye drink, but ye are not filled with drink. Ye clothe you, but there is none warm.
You always just can't get right. You just always coming up short on everything, but you didn't consider your ways and why that's going on. You know, these things are scourging for our remembrance. These things are so that we would have fear for the Most High and call upon His name. But you won't be mindful of the scourges. Go ahead.
And he that earneth wages to put into a bag with holes.
Yeah, so most of our checks, before you get it, Uncle Sam took his cut, and then you already know, okay, this check go to the car note, go to the rent, this go to insurance, okay, and then I gotta have money for gas and all this for the week. You pretty much know where the money's going. By the time everything's paid off, and you like, okay, I paid up everything till next month, which is in a couple days. I done saved up $200-300. Guess what? I got $400 payment to get my car fixed to get to work.
Yeah.
That's how life is for us in this captivity, and that's why we look at you jakes that's walking around here. What the fuck are you happy about?
It ain't bad luck either. No shit like that.
Man,
No, that's a curse.
Your whole life has been bad luck.
Gone.
But it's on purpose. It ain't luck. There's no coincidence. It's given to you on purpose.
That nigga Lil Duval, smile, bitch.
Yeah.
That's like
Right.
smile for what?
Yeah.
Niggas just stuck in there, just a retarded bubble.
Trying to think of that.
I got a precept real quick.
It's Lamentations 5:5. Our necks are under persecution. We labor and have no rest.
Yep. We don't get a break, man. We never get a break. We never get a break from all the shit that we gotta deal with, whether it's Esau fucking with us, whether it's just doing work to provide and feed our families, whatever the case may be. We don't get a break. So we're out here fighting for the kingdom of heaven, man, so we can get that break. So when we hear things like persecution is coming, we're warned in the scriptures that persecution is coming, we rejoice at that.
Hell yeah.
Because we know that the end of this thing will end up going to work, end up coming out here on the streets and teaching, the famine of the word is coming. We know all the labors that we're putting in is coming to an end, man. That the rescue is about to happen. The big jailbreak is about to go down. No, you have something?
Yes, I'm with you.
Go ahead, First Peter.
This is 1 Peter 4:12. Beloved, think it not strange concerning the fiery trial which is to try you.
Yeah, don't think it was. I'm gonna have him grab second.
Yeah.
Sirach 2.
Yo, yeah, come. We just came back.
Did we grab that Acts 14:22?
Yeah, we can get it.
Yeah, we didn't grab that either.
But I'll tie it all back. Go ahead with that.
The fiery trial.
Already getting tied in by itself anyway.
The fiery trial which is to try you as though some strange things happen unto you.
Hey, don't treat it like it's like bad, like we said, bad luck or whatever else. This is what's supposed to happen. But for us, the prophets, it's even worse. It's magnified in this wicked society.
When you're in the spirit, you see things spiritually. You don't see things carnally like Esau. Like, you know, yeah, there's a reason for everything, and the reason is Yahweh Shema Shai's will.
Yep.
That's all. That's the reason of it. You know, it ain't because Esau did this or Jake did that. It's because of Yahweh Shema Shai. Whatever his will is to do, to be manifest out here with prophecy. As though some strange things happen unto you, but rejoice in so much as ye are partakers of Hamashiach's suffering, that when his glory shall be revealed, ye may be glad also with exceeding joy.
Yeah, man, we're supposed to be happy to be on the bottom like this. We're supposed to be happy to be persecuted like this. We're supposed to be happy for all of this to happen, to gain the kingdom of heaven, because we know that worse has to come for us to get to the better.
That's right.
Okay, and that's the prophecy. So you're gonna have to come against the men of the Lord like you did in ancient times. You have to, the society has to collapse like it did in ancient times for this kingdom to fall.
Right.
Everything has to happen.
Humility comes before honor.
That's right.
Yeah, come on, bro, come
That's
on.
right. I want to keep reading that.
If ye be reproached for the name of Hamashiach, happy are ye, for the spirit of glory of the Most High resteth upon you.
So bring you all the way back to Jersey City, and y'all that's gonna be scared to come into this thing, we were thoroughly warned that this is gonna happen. But you should be rejoicing. Now the influx of people should be trying to get into this thing. And sincere people should be trying to get into this thing. There shouldn't be no fly-by-nighters trying to hop into this thing now. Because you know you're signing up to be demonized and persecuted, that everything in your livelihood can be taken from you. You want to say something?
Worry not, for these things must come to pass.
Worry not, for these things must come to pass. They got to. What's the one in Ezekiel 33? We have piped unto you and you have not danced.
It's another one in Matthew.
It's more on that one. Then you will know that there have been a prophet among you.
33.
Yeah. Then will you know there have been a prophet among you.
When all this come to pass, lo, it will come.
Yeah.
Habakkuk 2.
And lo, it will come.
Yeah.
Then you shall know that there will be a prophet.
Though it tarry, wait for it. It's your
pass, and it will not tarry. Yeah. Go ahead. But my point was, you should be happy to want to hop in, especially at the 11th hour. And we're not going to look at you bad for coming in at the last minute, not if you're sincere.
Because it's someone that are going to get saved or come in the last minute.
You're going to be willing to have our power. And a lot of you not going to be able to come in that day. You're going to wish you could hop in. Oh, this is what they was getting. Yeah, you missed that train.
Hey.
You missed that boat.
An elect member is an elect member.
Right, it don't matter.
We all for the parable of the penny.
What if
exactly?
It don't matter if you're 144.
Yeah, come.
As long as you there,
Last seat. I'll take that last seat.
No problem.
I don't want to be 144 and 1.
No, you came up short.
You're looking in like, oh.
You're on the ark. Let me in. No, it's
that's why you got what scripture says, make your calling election short.
Yeah, give diligence.
Give all diligence.
No. It said, don't tarry not to come to the Lord.
Yeah. Putting out all day to day.
Put out all day to day. Yeah, Baba Kusha.
Yeah.
Is that Ecclesiastes 12 or which one?
That's Ecclesiastes.
It's the one of the
Ecclesiasticus chapter 5 verse 7. Make no tarrying to turn to the Lord, and put not off from day to day.
Yep.
For suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth in vengeance.
This one's even better. That's the perfect one. Hit it right on the head. I was thinking of one in Ecclesiastes 12:1. Come to the Lord whether or not you, but you still have pleasure in it. You know. Before you say, I have no pleasure, whatever. But that one's even better. That one fits the time of now. So if y'all trying to get in this thing, you better. The strong tower, the doors of mercy is being shut, man. So if you're waking up, seeking while it may be found.
No, seek him 10 times more. That's what you said.
It was your mind to go astray from the Most High. Seek him 10 times more.
Yeah.
You know. You return to him, seek him 10 times.
Take the account.
Go ahead.
Back in First Peter 4, and I'll start at
Happy are ye, for the spirit of glory of the Most High rested upon you. On their part, he is evil spoken of, but of your part, he is glorified. But let none of you suffer as a murderer or as a thief or as an evildoer.
Proving that we were warned not to do that dumb Jersey City shit, so that ain't no real Israelite. This is probably a Jake doing that. You know,
A
if
nigga.
it's even real. But we don't claim that. Just claim that of black niggas, man. Like you can't say every black man does that, same way you can't say every Hebrew Israelite does that. Will do that. But it doesn't matter. The narrative is being set. Now there's gonna be something that ties all the groups into it, probably the footage. It's funny how all of a sudden, what they do? They ain't never brought the Southern Poverty Law Center in mainstream media till this shit popped up. Now they all, well, we got Southern Poverty Law Center says they're a hate group.
And who the fuck are they? Who are they to determine this?
Yeah, who are they?
Who deem you to, you know, it's another people set up by Esau, man.
We've been telling you that too. When we found that
compile these groups, and you know we're going to use this list.
But why you only picking us off the list?
Exactly.
Name who else is on the list.
KKK been doing this shit. All these white supremacy, all
bro.
these alt-right groups. They openly say it. They got websites. Esau don't shut that shit down. Esau don't raid their buildings or ain't looking to kick their doors down. It's just because they know who we are. They know who our power is. So if they detach us from our power, then that's how they can defeat us.
And President Trump still hasn't demonized the guy that ran his fucking car through a crowd of people.
Oh yeah, bro,
Virginia.
2 days, not even 2 days after the so-called thing in New Jersey, you had an Edomite in Arkansas that shot a police officer point blank 10 times in his car.
Oh yeah.
But that ain't get no media coverage.
Yeah, Edomite shot him.
Yeah, the Edomites killed him.
If that was Jake, oh man,
they would have linked it. Yeah. They would have linked it.
Put dashiki in here and shit and don't even
Hey, America was built of hate.
Yeah.
America's a hateful nation.
Yeah.
You know? America goes into other people's lands and bombs the shit out of them.
What rock is that nigga? Nigga walk past, I'm lost. I saw him like, where that nigga been?
He went under Iraq.
Rock.
He said, Iraq.
Yet if any man suffer as a Christian, let him not be ashamed, but let him glorify the Most High on his behalf. For the time is come that judgment must begin at the house of the Most High. And if it begin at us, what shall the end be of them that obey not the gospel of the Most High?
We're talking about you other Israelites, you 2/3. We started with you. If you want to be a part of 2/3, enjoy it, man. What's going to be your end, though? What's going to be your end? Because our end, we're hoping that it's in glory, and we're going to take the persecution that comes with that leading up to it. If you don't want to take it, you're going to catch it worse at the other end, because we're going to be protected in that day. We're going to eat, and servants shall eat and drink, and you shall be thirsty and hungry. We're gonna be provided for being under the umbrella of Yahweh Shem Hashah.
That's right.
When you're gonna be out there, caught up out there in the madness, wandering, looking for the Israelites now. So you might want to take heed to get involved in this thing now. We're not trying to bring you to the persecution of it. We're trying to bring you to the glory of it, man. Okay? That's to all you so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, and all of those that may look like a different nation. That hear this word, because if you can hear and understand this word, and it's compelling you to do something about it, to really gravitate to it, then this thing is for you. Quit pussyfooting and come your ass out here.
A nigga would think like that. You bringing me in this to get me jacked up.
No, I'm bringing you this thing to put you into the glory, into the light of the glory, to free you.
Stop being
We
scared.
already told how the reincarnation process works and what you're scared of dying for.
Yeah.
We already told you what's coming to the end, this place, missiles and destruction. Okay?
And if the righteous scarcely be saved, where shall the ungodly and the sinner appear?
Utter destruction. We read the 2/3 was going to happen in the Zechariah. Okay? Is there more? That was it, right? Bring that out so that too. Yeah, we can start at the top.
I bet y'all stood in the line for those new J's Jay's re-release that came out. Y'all asses stood in those lines. Guarantee it. Ordered them online.
Them shoes gonna burn.
Sold out.
Right.
But y'all niggas won't come out here.
Go ahead.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 2 and verse 1. My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thyself for temptation.
I'm not going to bring these scriptures out, but in Luke 14, it tells you to count the cost. Whether you have sufficient to finish it. And really, count the cost. When it says count the cost, it's basically telling you to really sit back to see if this
Like,
thing is
do I
for
really
you.
want to, do I really want to do this?
Yeah, and we
Is
gave
this
you both
for me?
sides. We gave you both sides too, though. If you won't escape this little persecution of the so-called black Hebrew Israelites or whatever, but you still got to catch World War III missiles. And then you take the chip, I mean, it's all bad for you, okay? But are you going to take this little bit of light affliction persecution now and get glory at the end? But you can't, you got to be called and you got to be sincere about this thing. You can't be half-assed. But you don't have long to figure it out. Okay, go ahead with that.
My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thyself for temptation. Set thy heart aright and constantly endure.
Set your mind right and constantly endure, man. Get your mind right that you're going to have to go through some
Get your mind right spiritually, mentally, because that's what's going to get you through. You get your mind right, so when you see things happening, you won't bug out like a two-third or the heathen or Esau. You'll know what's going on, what's coming next. All right, you gotta,
We already got our mind right.
Yeah.
So we had a great millstone.
Let me give you an example. For instance, the NBA. You know, it's a lot of guys out there. You can get Joe Blow off the playground that have the athletic ability, but he don't got the mental to play in the NBA. It's a lot of guys like that. Like NFL, it's a lot of guys that can run 4.3, 4.2 40s, but they don't got the mental to play in the league. Same thing.
I'm gonna use the NBA real quick, right? Okay, you can run and jump, but can you do run and jump after fucking 7-foot guy is hitting you and got your fucking Charlie horse and you still shoot straight? Can you do this over 82 games?
Yeah.
Can you run these plays to a crisp over 82 games and practices and everything else? That grind of being away from sleeping in your bed at night and all of that, traveling city to city, you can't do that.
It's that mental.
It takes a lot to be able to do something like
that. It takes a lot out of you.
But this is the real level of it right here. This is high level over here.
Yeah.
Okay? That's life.
That's low level shit.
Yeah, that's easy, man. Because you love to play that. But this, you come out here purposely knowing to be the bearer of bad news to the people.
And it said enduring to the end, ultimately, because most people ain't gonna endure when this persecution takes place. When your life is changed in Esau's eyes for the worse, is in the eyes of the Most High, it's for the better, because you're getting persecuted for righteousness' sake.
It's always usually an Edomite that'll try to pull you right into the world.
Oh man, people. I'll tell you, man.
Go ahead, bro.
Set thy heart aright and constantly endure, and make no haste in time of trouble.
Don't try to get out of it, man. Just sit back. Don't think of something strange happened to you. Sit back, soak it in, and learn from it, man. We're supposed to soak it up and learn from it, and then don't make the same mistake or don't follow that same path. But some things are just meant to happen to you to try you. Hey, our Lord suffered. Why can't you? He got glorified after his sufferings. We gotta believe that that's gonna happen for us.
Paraphrasing as he deals with children, as he deals with sons or else be bastards.
Hebrews the 12th chapter. Yeah.
Hebrews 12th chapter.
Who is not a child of who is not a child that didn't endure chastity? If you deal with chastity as sons, all of us are partakers. And if you endure that one, if you don't partake of the chastisement, you're a bastards and not sons.
Yeah, kind.
Now, which I put it, but that was the point, though. It has to happen because it's meant to make you better. Okay, go ahead. Because it's gonna touch on all those levels in this chapter.
Cleave unto him and depart not away.
Just because something bad happened to you, don't mean turn your back on the Heavenly Father. quick testimony. I had a cousin when I was telling about the truth. And he was like, oh yeah, it sounded good. Hey man, you want to save your kids and this and that, your wife and family, you gotta hop onto this, man, quick. So telling him. So he went out that day with his Bible, hopped on the bus, going to work, and all holy hell in his life broke through. The next day, when he came back that next night, he called back, oh, this ain't for me, man. Everything went wrong today. I said, yeah, it's supposed to. That's how you know you're on the right track. Nah, this ain't for me, man. But what did the scripture say? Go ahead.
Cleave unto him that and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end.
That he may increase you and make you better and make your mind stronger and tougher at the end. Keep going.
Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully.
Whatever has come upon you, take cheerfully. If shit happen at work, shit happen at home, shit happen in the world, whatever, take it, man. Take it. Go ahead.
And be patient when thou art changed to a low state.
And be patient. Just sit back and chill and enjoy it. Because what did it say about wisdom? Because this is all to gain wisdom. That's how you
wisdom is the beginning of the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. And what we gonna say?
Increase. That you may be increased at your last end, right? What are you gonna increase in? The wisdom, knowledge, and power of Yahweh Shemel Shai in His Spirit. And when you get that, wisdom is gonna try you to see if you be worthy. They're gonna try by crooked ways to see if you're worthy, and if you are, then will she come back to you and start to comfort you.
Isaiah 33:6.
Yeah.
Knowledge and wisdom shall be stability of thy time, and strength and salvation is his treasure.
So you gotta build up this. It's gonna try you to see if you can hold it or see if you have a malicious soul. But once it's known that you're worthy of it, then it's gonna begin to meet you at every turn. If you seek it, it's gonna already meet you in the things. Go ahead.
For God is tried in the fire,
Here's that trial again.
an acceptable man in the furnace of adversity.
And an acceptable man in the furnace of adversity. You telling me the persecution of the prophets is not going to be an adversity of men? Yeah, it's going to be that adversity. But guess what? We have to keep our eyes on the prize. Our prize is to endure hardness as a good soldier of Yahweh Shai Mashiach. All right, then to the end. Keep reading.
Believe in him, and he will
down to like 10.
believe in him, and he will help thee. Order thy way aright, and trust in him. Ye that fear the Lord, wait for his mercy.
You gotta be patient and wait on the mercy. Okay, but why are you waiting? What are you doing? You're occupied in prophecy. You're building up this wisdom. You're feeding the sheep.
Building up your faith.
Building up your faith. Okay, go ahead.
And go not aside, lest ye fall.
Yep. Stay with it, man. Don't give up. Stay strong, man. Keep your dukes up. Keep fighting. Don't let this thing knock you off. Go ahead.
Ye that fear the Lord, believe him, and your reward shall not fail.
How do you know to believe him? Because you believe what the words say. Then do it. Then prove your faith with your works. Okay? Keep reading.
Ye that fear the Lord, hope for good, and for everlasting joy and mercy.
That's right. This is what you should be building yourself up to obtain, and doing the works that get you those things. Keep going.
Look at the generations of old and see, did ever any trust in the Lord and was confounded?
Did the Lord ever turn his back on somebody that did right? The answer is no.
Did the Lord ever turn his back on Abraham? Job,
Daniel,
his prophets, Daniel.
It's written throughout this book.
Paul, once he came into the truth, you know, his disciples. What the scripture says about in John the 14th chapter, I will send you the Comforter, and he shall give you I can't think of it. But he sent them the Comforter because Yahweh Shai was leaving them. So he didn't leave them.
Comfortless.
Yeah, exactly. Without a comfort. He was leaving them. He said that he was going to leave them.
I'm gonna have somebody for you.
Yeah, I'm gonna have someone for you.
Something which is the spirit of Yahweh Shai's spirit. Which is now, when the seals are opened up, that his spirit is feeding us with his word. Keep going at the end of that verse.
Or whom did he ever despise that called upon him? Nobody.
Okay?
Con, that's like a rhetorical question.
It is.
You know?
It's exactly the rhetorical question. When you go into the book of Hebrews, it lists all the people of time.
Yeah. Hebrews 11.
Hebrews 11. It's a list of it.
Noah.
Is that it right there?
Chapter 12, verse 11.
Read it. Read it till you think it's good. That's what I want.
Verse 11. For the Lord is full of compassion and mercy, long-suffering, and very pitiful, and forgiveth sins, and saveth in time of affliction.
And save you in time of affliction, okay? You gotta know and believe that, man. You gotta build your hope up to that, which hope means to expect. An expectation. You gotta expect that to happen because you're doing what he told you to do according to his word. That's what we're out here doing. Are you? Go ahead.
Verse 12. Woe be to to fearful hearts and faint hands.
Perfect. It's gonna lead right
And
to
the sinner that goeth 2 ways.
Yep.
Woe unto him that is faint-hearted, for he believeth not. Therefore shall he not be defended.
Yep. And if this thing ain't for you, that's what you get. That's what you get. You're gonna get the destruction that you deserve. Okay? Don't come into this thing and this not be for you. But if this is for you, you better come into this thing. Quit messing around. Okay?
Woe unto you that have lost patience. And what will ye do?
Woe means destruction.
And what will ye do when the Lord shall visit you?
But what you gonna do when the Lord visits you? When he comes to inquire, I got one more philosophy. Get 2 Corinthians 5 and 10 and 11. 5, yeah. That's right.
2 Corinthians 5.
Yep. 10 and 11. We're gonna close out with that. No matter of fact, you read yours now, bro. Read yours now. Perfect.
Acts 14 and 22. Confirming the souls of the disciples and exhorting them to continue in the faith, and that we must through much tribulation enter into the kingdom of the Most High.
Hey, only through much tribulation are we gonna get into this thing. But don't think you're gonna try to slip through and it's just gonna be a free ride and easy.
Cakewalk.
Ain't no
Walk in the
cakewalk,
park, man.
We in the straight gate.
Yeah, kind.
We ain't in the Broadway with everybody else walking off the cliff. We in the straight gate. It's gotta be difficult. We gotta tiptoe and tight walk.
Limbo.
Yeah, we gotta do all this, man. Duck and dive.
You seen those
take
movies
hits.
where they got all those lasers and you gotta like
Hop over obstacles
Shit.
and you gonna get hit on certain
It's
things.
like Pitfall, the game
Oh
Pitfall.
man, all of that, bro. Oh man, all of that's gonna happen to us, man. We gotta, but guess what? The Most High is our guide. We gotta stay trusted in Him, and He will guide us right to the end. Get that right quick, when we close out.
It's 2 Corinthians 5 and 10. For we must all appear before the judgment seat of Hamashiach.
Hey, we all gonna have to meet our Maker at some point.
Yeah.
Are you gonna stack up good things for you, or you gonna only stay away from Him and catch the bad things? Go ahead.
That everyone may receive the things done in his body, according to that he have done, whether
Your works. Did you prove your faith by your works, or did you prove your lack of faith by your works? Okay?
whether it be good or bad.
Whether it be good or bad, everybody gotta go. Since we understand that everybody gotta meet the Maker, we want to be there with a clean slate, clean rap sheet, as little filth as possible, but a whole lot of righteous works that'll like soap that'll wash away all that filth. Go ahead.
Knowing therefore the terror of the Lord, we persuade men.
Knowing therefore the terror of the Lord, we're persuaded and are out here to persuade other men. That, hey man, the destruction that's coming is gonna be effed up. What you wanna do? You just wanna catch that? We ain't trying to catch that. Okay? So us knowing the terror, we're persuading you to come back to Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Or if it ain't for you, we're gonna watch your judgment happens. Okay? Well,
We persuade men, but we are made manifest unto the Most High. And I trust also are made manifest in your conscience.
yeah, and then in our conscience, now we have almost a free conscience. Because we know we're doing the thing that the Heavenly Father requires of us to do. We're coming out and feeding the sheep. We're exhorting in faith. We're being good brothers. I mean, there's a lot to it, and it's hard. But what else you gonna be doing, man? All the wickedness that's going on in the world, stacking up more wickedness and pain and sorrows and messed up things to yourself? Because that's what the 2/3 are stacking up against themselves. Is that you? All right? Anybody got anything else? That's pretty much it. All right, so with that, give all praise and glory unto
Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash.
Double honor to the apostles and the elders at the great millstone as well. Greetings, salutations, and blessings unto the elect, much love. And above the ball.
Above the ball.
Above the one.
Above the one.
Above the one.
Above the one.
Shalom unto the elect.
Shalom, shalom, shalom.